From the KMET Weather Center for Beaumont Valley and the Pass area this morning, a clear sky, sunshine today, a stray afternoon thunderstorm, high 100. Mainly clear tonight, low 76. Sunny Tuesday, high 102. For the Inland Empire this morning, a clear sky, sunny today, high 102. Palm Springs, a sunny day with a stray afternoon thunderstorm, high 112. I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. It's good to have you. We got a lot of things going on. I will say this. There are some really good movies out right now, and I say go see them. I finally got to see, and I'm like, okay, that's so worth it. So worth it. But go see, let me just put it this way. There's a couple movies out. I'm pretty sure you want to see them. Oh, Spider-Verse. Finally got to see that. And I was like, okay, and I'm glad I got to see it because I was like, whoa, did you see the first one? Seriously, the first one's awesome and amazing. We got Jess over there. Jess, what's going on?
Good morning. Yes, the Spider-Man movie is amazing. I love the animation style. It's vastly different from what we're used to.
Yeah, and if anything, I think I could say it because see it before it leaves theaters because it's on that little last they only had 2 showings. Because the one that's really taking all the showings is obviously Oppenheimer, which honestly, not going to lie, very long movie. Very long movie. Okay, it's long, all right? But you kind of go, okay. And I'm not going to lie, there were moments I was like, do I want to go to the restroom? I was like, yes. But then I was like, no. Because I was like, it's really just like, what is going on, right? And if you, look, I don't know the history. I don't know the history. Do you know the history of Oppenheimer, Jess?
I know just the basics of it.
Okay. So for someone listening, why if someone goes, okay, let's go see Oppenheimer, but somebody's like, no, I want to go see something else. And I did go in there, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, this is a man show because there were a lot of men, right? The moment I went in, I go, oh, there's a lot of men here. And then after, I was like, oh, military guy. Oh, got it. Okay, so a lot of military go in and they go, okay, let's see it. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody was very kind of he was kind of upset, and I'm like, I get it. Because in a way, Oppenheimer was not about what he did, and he really was like, I didn't realize it was gonna be that. Kind of you know how we talk about certain things and we say they do not, there's certain things that are happening right now, and you go, oh, didn't know that. All right, okay, everybody's talking AI, but they're not talking about intelligence of robots. There's a video now. I don't know if you saw this. And it's making the circuit. And we said it. We said it on the show. That's why we're like, how are you surprised? There's a drone that can shoot a missile out, right there and then. And see, Jess is like, yeah, obviously, we've been talking about it. But I go, wait a minute, and even Musk said something on an announcement, which was a while ago, when he was talking about because he's making his own, you know how he's doing the, okay, I know he's saying they're going to reduce the price of Tesla, which that's good. That means everybody's going to have a Tesla. But I go, are they ready for it? I go, no, they're not, because look, the programming is not right. It's not right. And then we talk about AI, and we say the program is not right with that. Somebody said literally the math is off. It used to get math on, and now it's off. We said, yeah, it's obvious. Like I said, sometimes it changes your name, and then it says you're a girl when you're a guy. I'm like, okay, it's off. They go, no, that's randomness. I go, not for AI. You do not want AI randomness because other people are depending on that. So you know what's going to happen next? Wow. There are so many industries that suddenly the new buzzword is AI. Did you notice that, Jess? It's the new thing.
Yes, that's the brand new word that's taking over for these past couple months. It's just AI, and I don't think a lot of people understand what that means.
Yeah, so he just kind of gets it, and then I go, and I asked different people, and some people are like, huh, no, and other people are like, no, that's AI. I go, no, that's different. I'll give you an example. They do a commercial. If you go to the show, and if you've been to the show, I'm telling you, it's a big, like Oppenheimer and Barbie are revitalizing the industry. I say, well, the kids are off, so they got to go somewhere, right? But they're seeing Barbie, I guarantee it. Or for the little ones, I'm not gonna lie, there were little ones, both little boys and little girls, running to go see Spider-Verse. Running. Do you know why? Gwen. Gwen is amazing in this one. Okay, so she's the Spider Girl, right? Which so it kind of like, which when you think about it, really smart, because I guarantee they're gonna do like they're just so cute. They love it. They're like, oh my god, I love it. Anyway, the point is, there's a lot of movies out, but go see Spider-Verse before it's gone, okay? Because there are only like a couple showings, so go see it. So I'm going to say this to kind of promote it. Do you know this is part A of part B? Did you know that, Jess?
Oh yes. This is you're talking about the Spider Verse.
This second one is a continuation, meaning don't wait to the end. Just know you're going to be a cliffhanger. It's part A of part B. They've been doing that. But they didn't promote that. It's kind of like Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible, they say part 1 of, right? Remember Matrix? Like Matrix came out, right? And then it wasn't until the second one you go, oh, there's another one. And then remember Marvel Avengers when you're like Endgame, and then they left it hanging. You're like, oh, there's another one, right? So they have to. That's why Spider goes next level, because everybody's gonna be like, I have to see the next one, which is why they're gonna make a lot of money on that. They're gonna make so much money, Jess. They're gonna make so much money. And the animation, it may be a little like all over the place, but I said, you know what? It's going next level, you know. So that's. But AI, okay, let's go back to AI. Everybody's been doing AI like on their phone, right? You put your thing in, you come up with. Remember those pictures that were up? I guarantee you're gonna see probably somewhere, somehow, your face somewhere. Now the industry is changing. Here's how it's changing. Okay. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, Jess, we have a announcement. Okay, here it is. I gotta find out if it's the because sometimes they go, oh, it's not the time. We got the time wrong. But anyway, we're rebranding a show that I used to do called the Hollywood Social Lounge. Okay, that's what you need to know. Now, Jess was never part of the Hollywood Social Lounge. He was behind the scenes. He worked, like, okay, play this, play that, play this. I've had a variety of people on the show, to be honest. And one time I thought, oh, I wonder if I could like have different hosts, different co-hosts or something. But it's all entertainment, right? And people go, well, I don't know if I'm about that. I go, well, what are you gonna do? So this beginning next week, for those tuning in, don't expect the morning show. That's the important thing. Okay, that's the answer. The morning show is not going to be on next week. Why? There's a new replacement. So I say, yay, because that means, the station, like, seriously, you need to support. Like, I got a call from someone. They said, we need money. It's true. They need money. Okay, so please support. Okay, so that's the answer. So they said, okay, do you want your entertainment show back? I said, you know what? Funny you say that, because I actually was planning, but I kind of wasn't, because I'm like, man, the industry is all over the place. So the answer is yes, the entertainment show is coming back, but we're rebranding. It's not called the Hollywood Social Lounge. I'm actually working, and that's what's been keeping me really busy. I'm working with a logo, and I'm like, what do I do with logos? So I may throw some out there going, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about this? Because I never liked, not going to lie, Hollywood Social Lounge. And funny story on that. Funny story. A lot of people are like, why Hollywood Social Lounge? And I go, well, it's one of those where I'm not going to lie, I was asked, what do you think a name should be? And I said, well, and you know how you look around and you're like, wonder, right? And then the first thing that pops out at you, it was that, honestly. But it was the worst thing that popped out at me, because I'm like, So there was a place, and I thought, what if they sue? But they don't sue. It's called Social Lounge. The Social Lounge sounds like a good club, right?
It does.
It was in like Northridge area, so it was called. And I looked over, I go, Social Lounge. I don't know why that rings. It rings, but then someone said, "There's your show," but it has to have Hollywood. They said, because everybody, But then some were like, "No, Hollywood." So, but I go, but technically, Hollywood needs saving right now, because Hollywood is not what I mean, it's not. It's not, right. A lot of productions are being like moved out. Which is bad for LA. It's really bad for LA, just so you know. And then with the strike, no one's working right now. No one's working. So, so that's kind of the thing. So within probably a day or so, because I'm already working, with some things, because I have Hollywood Social Lounge, but I'm like, how can I rebrand that? Because and people, they never asked what was Hollywood Social Lounge, but I was like, how can I make sense of that? But I thought, okay, not the club. Although, man, if I had money, I would invest in that, right? Like I would buy that. The Social Lounge, right? Sounds cool, right?
It does sound cool. Sounds like a place you can just go to and hang out.
Yeah, it was like next to a laundromat. That's why I think it didn't really work. But but it was a cool name. It was a cool name. So I said, okay, boom, Hollywood Social Lounge, right? So that's and I thought the social part was you guys who chat with us on social media. So it's the lounge. You know what I mean? But it didn't. I don't think it really takes. So whatever. But whenever you have like an ink, you have like that moment where you go, wait a minute, maybe I should. I did something. I never do this. And I reserved a website, okay? And I said, oh, so now I got to build that. I'm like, well, okay, at least it's ready. So I need to build that. But it's already, but the name, I don't like the name. So I got to kind of wait for some names to expire. So if the names expire, then I get that. And then I, maybe, but I don't really know. So that's the answer. Okay. So this show, bye-bye. That's what you know. Okay. So we're gone. That's it. Boom. Now Jess will be 100%. But if you ask, what's going on in the news, what's going on around the world and all that, it's gone. Okay. We do, that's not us, meaning it's a new show. Okay. So that's 8:00. So but here's the thing. I don't think they don't do, they need to promote, man. But here's the thing. And I don't even know the show. They just said there's a show coming. I said, okay, awesome. But man, you guys gotta give them time to like promote. So 8:00. Don't look for us. Okay, don't look for us. So, but the entertainment show, look for that. So if you go, how come the morning show is different? That's why. So pass it on. Let people know we're different now. We're entertainment. So we're not gonna talk about current events. Okay, that's the answer. And Jess, I don't know if you're gonna be on. Not gonna lie.
It's okay. I'll always be here in spirit.
In other words, he's there all the time. So I'm not gonna lie. I used to have a Saturday, but they said, "Oh, Saturday's like all," I go, shoot, because I love Saturday. Saturday made sense for entertainment, but whatever. So I probably shouldn't have given it away. I gave it away in 2020, and I said, "This is too much. 6 days a week. My God, you got to plan for this, that, and that." So I was like, okay, so I'll just move them all to the morning show. Then coronavirus, right? Like everything. Then, the presidential, then just, man, in 2020. So I said, okay, I don't know, so whatever. So then now I invest time in other stuff, which oddly enough, like he's like, well, I know you're busy. I'm like, how do you know you're like, I'm not like, we're not even on like, but okay. So anyway, so that's the answer. Okay. So yeah, I've been busy, but it's not like I want to, So anyway, so that's the story. Sticking to it. The morning show is no longer here. It's now just, but, So I don't know if people are ready for entertainment, Jess. I feel like people are kind of like, about entertainment right now. What do you think?
There's not much entertainment news with the strike going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's just like a lot of people are. What's funny is there's this for the void for content and stuff like that. So, people are going to TikTok and watching things. There is a TikTok trend that is blowing my mind, and it's so weird. I don't know if do you go on TikTok a lot or no?
I do. I almost was going to do a show based on TikTok, like, but I may do that. We have a lot of creative stuff coming, so that's a good thing. We've got Anime Girl. We got the guys. Shout out to people that love the guys. The guys are coming back in a big way. And then we got some other things. Somebody said a variety show. Do a variety show. And I was like, okay, that's kind of what it was supposed to be. But, okay, just so you know, people always go, oh, I'm sorry, Jess. Go to the TikTok thing.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, no, it's called the NPC trend.
Okay.
I don't know if you see it where they just, like, pretend like they're an NPC and they react to people's questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't.
So I was like, okay, it's really creepy. I see one or two, and then like all I see is just tons of people doing it. This one woman had nearly 50,000 viewers.
What? 50,000? Yeah. What was the question?
Nothing. She just like, hi, how are you today? And she pretends she's a robot, and her hands she just goes like that, and yeah. She had like I kept watching her viewers like just go up and up, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Okay, like why are we watching this? I saw something with Chris Pratt, not gonna lie. I think it's been going around. He did like, hey, I'm a robot. And I'm like, come on, man. Then came on, I'm a robot too. I'm like, come on, you need to do it better. Anyway, so that's that. Oh, but back to it. So okay, so glad you're saying that. But TikTok, not gonna lie, funny. The guys may be back. I don't know. We'll see. They're kind of temperamental. Back to AI. AI is all over the place, okay? So AI is in the bots' minds. That's what you need to know, right? And all the robots that they're doing, and trust me, go do search, and you'll be like, it's not a fantasy. It's not science fiction. I think James Cameron needs to talk about that now. What do you think?
He'll probably say, I already made a movie about it called The Terminator, so...
Yeah, exactly. He'll probably say that, but that's the answer. That's where we're going. Sometimes people don't understand. Some of these, like they say, well, it started as a novel, it started as a book. It's true. Some of these talk about the warnings or the implications of what's like already there, right? Like gave an example, Jurassic Park. We're already doing a mammoth. Who knew that was even a thing? But they were right when Michael Crichton wrote it. He already knew the technology was right, but he goes, but what are the like, what could happen? So people go, it's not going to happen that way. But what if it does? You know, a lot of people have said, oh, that was a movie. When they talk about like 9/11, they said they had warnings months before that something like that could happen, right? And if you look at certain movies, you go, They go, there was no relation. There was no relation, right? And then you look at other movies, you're like, see that. There's so many movies like Harrison Ford and others that you go, there's one, Patriot Games, I think, and others, and you're like, but it happens in real, and you go, well, do they copy that? And they go, I go, sometimes they do, because they go, oh, that's a good idea, I'll do that, right? Because it makes, but sometimes they are called warnings. What could happen if, and no one listens to the warnings, right? Like, don't look up, love that. I just saw it, and he's like, you have to see it. I saw it, and I go, dude, warning. So, right? And there's information coming out. Oh, Jess, did you know the Andromeda Galaxy is probably going to collide with ours? Did you know that?
I believe I read something like that, but that's not for another couple billion years. So hopefully I'm not going to end up immortal and be alive when that happens, so...
Well, what's getting thrown at us, I think people forget that. They think, oh, it's invisible. It's not invisible. It's a galaxy with its own everything being kind of thrown at us. It's like a hurricane of space. It's like, okay, so, but like we say, we're going to live here to see it. I say, hey, yeah, my kids are going to see it. So there you go. I don't have kids, just so you know, but I'm just saying, if I had kids, the kids will see it. Your kids will see it. There you go. If you have kids. If you don't have kids, you never know. You never know. You know. All right, people, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the Tax Relief Hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control, and in many cases, get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call their Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Jitters Coffee, a coffee shop that gives a double shot of quality. We offer top shelf coffee at a great price. Brewed hot or cold, you won't find a better cup of joe. Not a coffee connoisseur? Then try our Red Bull infusions to energize your day. We also have delicious pastries and sweets baked in-house or flown in from the best bakeries in the country. Jitters Coffee. Come on in and enjoy your jitters.
Check out our newest location located in downtown Banning at the corner of Ramsey and San Gorgonio. Mattress Brothers Overstock Mattress Sale. Just $3.99 for a foam encased queen pillow top set. $3.99. Check out Mattress Brothers $3.99 Overstock Sale. Mattress Brothers at 120 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands. The $3.99 Overstock Sale is on now. $3.99 for a foam encased queen pillow top set. Mattress Brothers also has locations in Hemet, Riverside, and Palm Desert. The $3.99 queen pillow top sale on now.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. And remember, this is the last week you'll see the morning show with Aaron Michael Sanchez, which is me and, by the way, there are a lot of things going on in the world we're not going to be able to talk about because, we're no longer. But just saying, if you want to know, not gonna. So that's the answer, all right? So go check out our friends. Because I think the show coming is not that type of show. Okay, that's what you need to know. And a lot of you are like, that's okay, I'm all right with that. And I say, good. But download the app, all right? KMET 1490 AM, get that. And that's how they broadcast all the time, all right? So I don't think they do it on media. And a lot of you are on media, so thank you. And thank you to the ones that always support. But this is the last week. We're out, okay? But remember, I'll be on, entertainment. So I go back to that, which, not going to lie, that's how it started. People go, how did you start? I go, well, okay. Well, actually, I guess it didn't start that way. It started with me doing a little, how do you say it? Kind of like a, okay, give you an example. Paul Lane. I've been with Paul, he's the one that I say is the reason I'm in radio. People, literally, I was just asked. They go, how'd you get in radio? I go, well, honestly, it kind of found me. I never went for it. But it happened when Paul asked me, hey, do you want to do something? We're broadcasting. I said, yeah, sure. And I was nervous, not gonna lie. And then a few weeks later, he said, hey, because we were already doing things for entertainment. Oh, so it was entertainment, actually, technically, when you think about it. Wait, how did it start? But he looked at some of the stuff. We had it on YouTube. And then he said, hey. So he brought me to the station we were at. That was before, we're here, right? But anyway, so he had a show. And it was actually, it was the morning show. So he said, okay, hey, by the way, do you want to do a little thing? I go, yeah, sure. I go, well, what do I do? He goes, well, you talk entertainment. I said, oh, see, there it is. It's entertainment. Got me in the biz. So anyway, which honestly, again, I didn't secret. I just I was helping out a magazine called Latin Magazine. And I said, hey, what do you think? We could kind of come together and do something. This is way back when. But I was actually helping a nonprofit try to do live stream. So that's how it kind of got started in a way. But here we are, live stream. But now everybody's live streaming. So I'm like, wow. So anyway, so that's the answer. Okay, so download the app, KMET 1490 AM. And so that's the answer. Okay, now, all right, and I'm not going to lie. People are like, well, you're busy. Yeah, busy. But then here's what I'm going to say. There are a lot of people that say, okay, where are you going? I go, what do you mean? They say, where are you going? I say, what do you mean? Well, we like the morning show. I go, oh, no, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. It's bye. I told you we need money. I told you this. So, so that's the answer. We've got to pay. We've got to keep the lights on. You know how expensive it is to keep the lights on? Seriously, it's expensive. And then all the projects I'm doing, I'm investing. So I got no money. That's why people go, no, you got money. I go, no, I don't. No, I don't. I got no money because I have to invest it in order to have money. That's the answer. Okay, so invest it so you will have money. But man, our price is going, oh my God. But you know what? I saw something the other day, and a lot of you are moving around, right? I know. I'm not moving. I don't want to move. But the point is this, okay? There are a lot of people going, how come we can't go back to that price that was before 2020? Have you noted some of the things, there are a lot of things that aren't doing that. I literally was behind one of those moving vehicles. You see them, right? And you usually see them at the beginning of the month. This one I saw on the road. And I go, what's that about? 1995, right? You all know, right? Or maybe you don't because you're in another area. By the way, shout out to our people watching. You're the reason we've been on this long. Not going to lie. Let's see. We got Viviana. Thank you for tuning in. We got Stephanie. Stephanie tunes in all the time. I don't know what Steph's going to do. Anyway, Steph, follow. Just I don't know if you, I still don't know 100% the time slot. They say but I don't want to do that until it's confirmed. And I go, okay, there it is. So I'll tell you, it'll be this week though. But let's see. Steph says, "Hello, happy editing and on set for this glorious sunshine awesomeness. Busy day ahead for today." And yet she watches every single day. She is very regular. Thank you, Steph. Judy tuning in from Wyoming. Thank you, Judy. Says, "Good morning, watching from Wheatland, Wyoming." See, and I say this. I say, look, we have people all around. So you never know. Let's see. Lucy tuning in. Love you, Lucy. Love you. I got to meet Lucy in person a couple times, and we took a picture. Not gonna lie. So that's always fun. Let's see. Angela tuning in. Awesome. Do you say last show? No, not the last show. This is not the last show. And like I said, I'm doing entertainment, but I really don't think people are ready for entertainment anymore. I think they're kind of like, got it, done. I used to do, and I'm not going to lie, I kind of got bored of it, not going to lie. But I was like, well, okay, it's there. We're in the heart of, so how do you not? But, I was getting bored at the end. I'm like, okay, so the show, which was every single day, I was like, you know what? I'm happy about that because we get to talk about, but I'm not going to lie, it's the show I don't want because it's been about, that's why I go, let's make it fun. That's why Jess brings fun. Right, Jess?
Oh, yes. I bring up news stories that I like to make fun of.
Yeah, see, Jess is fun, and he makes sense of the stuff that's out there, and then he goes, oh, I get it. And then he puts it together, and he says some stuff that actually have come about. If you look at the history of our show, somebody said, are they going to take the shows down? I go, no, because they'll be up. You're right, they'll be up, for years to come. And then people will say, aha, they said it before it happened. That's Jess. Jess says things before it happens. He always says, what do you say, Jess? Whenever I say, did you say? He goes, I don't know, right?
Yeah, a lot of times I'll read stories and not process stuff right away, so I'll just talk about something that I read, and then like a few days later it hits all the major news stories or news stations and stuff like that. So I read a lot, so I see what happens before everyone starts going crazy.
Yeah, there are things that Jess says, and I say, look, you said that. Sometimes Jess says, he says things. I go, dude, I said that. He goes, you did? But he forgets. He forgets where the information comes from. That's the answer. So because some people have been taking credit for what I say. I'm just, what? They call them thought leaders or people that, they go, what do you think's going to happen? People are asking a lot of people right now, what do you think's going to happen on certain things that are happening? For example, Russia. Okay, and I said, watch Russia. Okay, so here it is, Jess. You ready? Russia is going to be a problem for everyone. That's the problem, okay? Russia. That's what you need to know, okay? There have been things that have been happening, which you go, well, it hasn't been in the news. No, it hasn't been. It hasn't been. If anything, it's like a little, not a lot. You think, well, okay, Ukraine. No, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. Okay, here's the thing. And that's why I say, okay, I'm all right not being in that show. So it's kind of like a break from the world, and maybe things will just be good now. Right? I'll be like, okay, easy breezy. We just talk entertainment. We don't talk about the world. But Russia, Jess, Russia, okay. Russia is, okay, what do you think is going to happen with Russia, Jess?
Honestly, I have no idea. Like someone said, it's like, what would you do if you were Putin and stuff like that? But like, first off, if I know I'm going to lose, I'm going to launch those nukes like it's nobody's business.
Oppenheimer, go watch Oppenheimer. My God. Be quiet, Jess. You know the guy, Oppenheimer.
I know.
Oppenheimer. I have to stop you right there, Jess. Somebody's going to say you're that. Wow. Not going to lie. I had an incident, all right? Do you like people coming like right from behind you, Jess?
No, I do not like anyone behind me.
Okay, I had someone come up right behind me, all right? And they surprised the daylights out of me. And he looked at me like, kind of like a cult follower, And I was like, that's weird. Like, are you all right? Anyway, so I said, and I'm not gonna lie, I shouldn't have said it. But sometimes you ever say something, you're like, shoot. So I said something, and then they thought, honestly, like, uh-oh, he's a risk. So I was like, no. But you know what I said? Because he touched me on the back. I said, please don't touch me. That's it. Now, when you hear that, you think, oh, okay, right? Some people don't like being touched. I don't like being touched, honestly. I used to not mind it. But when you surprise the daylights out of me, from the back, I go, But it just came out. So if it comes out, just say sorry, okay? Because then they said, oh. Then they called security. I said, no, you don't get it. He said but anyway, if somebody comes up behind you, we live in a world where you got to be like, I should have said that. I should have said, I don't know, you could have had a gun, like there are a lot of people doing that, I'm afraid of you, please don't, because I'm usually aware of my surroundings, but man, he creeped up on me. Has anyone ever creeped up on you like, but they're a friend. They're not like, because he looked weird in the head. Not gonna lie, he has that look like I'm a cold follower. I'm like, No, I don't. No, it doesn't work. So anyway, so that's what happens. So I say, okay, if you have something that happens, because oddly enough, some people go, yeah, it happened to me. All right, you got to be careful. Okay, you got to be careful. I said, sorry, 100%. I said, look, you cannot do that to people. Some women, they don't mind being touched, right? Some women do mind being touched, right? And lately, people have been very handsy, not gonna lie, and they push you out of the way. Have you noted that? Do they do that in your area, Jess?
No, I have not. I have not had that done to me yet.
I was at a store, not gonna lie, and I was like, but I didn't say anything. And I was like, oh, he's in a rush. Okay. But he said, excuse me. Then he kind of like tapped me, but he pushed me in a way. And I'm like, that's odd. Like, who does that? But I thought, oh, maybe he's in like the business of waiters where they go behind you and they do tap you. Like, I'm right behind you. And because I used to do that. And I used to say behind, so whenever you're in like a restaurant, when you're behind someone, you say behind. That way they're aware you're there because you may have like a tray of stuff. He didn't have a tray. He was at technically a liquor store, right? Okay, so that's the answer. But I was getting, honestly, jerky because I love jerky. I love beef jerky. My God, I love jerky. Stick jerky. I love that. Does anyone else love jerky? Okay, so that's the answer. So let's see. How do I say this? All right. Well, here's the thing. Jess, question. Do you like being touched out of the blue?
I do not. I am not a fan of it. There was I guess like someone I know for like 2 years or so. I see her from time to time at a store. She tried to give me a hug once. I ducked out of it because I didn't know what she was doing.
What?
Yeah, well, yeah, because she went to give me a hug because I haven't seen her in a while because we're nice friends. And then like she went to give me a hug, and then I winced away. I was like, "What are you doing?" Because I'm not used to people touching me.
Yeah, I get that, right? Jess is...
She was all like, "Can I? Would it okay if I give you a hug?" I was like, "Oh, okay, then that's what you're doing. Okay, yeah."
Yeah, you get a little like, and honestly, Jess has been like, like, and I have to say this is why I say, be careful, right? I always say he's in a block of cinder, but what if something happened and they held him, and they said, okay, now we're broadcasting from, KMET 1490 AM. He would be like, that's it, I quit, right, Jess? Because you've been held up. That's why it makes sense. I should have said that. I should have said, I got beat once. Why do you think I don't like being touched? It's true. I did. I got beat. Literally in LA, right? And there's a lot of violence. Oh my God. But, I'm here, I repaired, but maybe that's my answer. I should go back and say, and they go, oh, that makes sense. Don't touch people out of the blue. They're all over the place. Okay, that's the answer. Maybe I have like, what do they call that? Nah, I don't have that. All right, Jess. So what's going on in the news?
Oh my God! Here, let me ask a quick question. How much did Elon Musk pay for Twitter?
How much did Elon Musk pay for Twitter? Oh, a lot. Too much, I say. Too much. But he's making it so much back because now everybody that wanted a official mark, Jess, has one. Have you noted that? But they and I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I don't. Do I need to? But I need to save money because man, oh man, prices are going up. But go back to that, Jess. What's going on there?
So yeah, apparently he's changing the Twitter logo. It should go live sometime later today.
Okay, is it going to be like better than, or is it going to be like the same, or is it like a little different? Is he knocking it out from someone? Like, were they going to do it anyway? Because Twitter's been ever since the beginning, and if he does it, okay. Do you remember MySpace, Jess?
Yes, I remember I liked MySpace.
Remember when they did that different?
Yes, that crushed it. It was too much.
I didn't even know Timberlake bought it with a bunch of people, and that's the answer. It ended. So don't rebrand it so much that you go, oh, just, I would say leave it. I'm not going to lie. People like that check mark for a reason. I'm going to be like, why? So I don't know. But Facebook's done a lot of rebranding through the years. So I go, okay, yeah, I get that. But again, Musk, seriously, But Musk has his hands in way too many things. That's the problem. Like way too many things. He's got Tesla. He's got space, right? SpaceX, think about it. They're using a lot of his rockets. What do you want to say, Jess?
Oh, that makes sense on why he named Twitter that. I didn't even think about that.
What? What?
So the new symbol is called X.
Oh, that's the answer then.
Yeah. So yeah, it's X. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, pay like what, almost near $1 billion to buy the company. Everyone recognizes.
It was like 40 billion.
Oh my God.
I'm like, who has that? Seriously, who has that? You know what I mean? There's a lot of winners said, I have that. Did you see that? They won. I'm like, oh, what are you going to do with it? You know, but anyway, I think we need to find that person. Go, can you invest? Seriously. Because we got to show that we think is worthy of, you know. But anyway, so there's the answer. I know I'm stuck on this. Get me out of it, Jess.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of people are going to be rebranding with stuff. So hopefully, I don't know. You spend so much money on Twitter, everyone recognizes the logo, everyone knows it, and then you're just going to switch it to X. Yeah, I just think it's stupid.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'm not going to lie. What's going to happen to the bird then?
It's going to get replaced. It's gone. It's absolutely gone by the end of today.
The bird is gone. That's the whole thing about Twitter. Tweet it.
It's called Tweet. Now they're going to be called X's. So it's like, great, you're gonna make an X.
Oh, that makes sense. Because I saw my feed and I said, what happened to Periscope? And I said, something happened. Okay, that makes sense on that. All right, they're changing as we speak. Oh, that's not good. Everybody's gonna want their money back. Oh, he's gonna lose a lot. I said to someone, I said, don't do that. It doesn't make sense. People are doing things and you shouldn't. Now I do say sometimes rebranding's good, but in a way sometimes rebranding's bad. And then it depends what you do along the way. But if certain things don't work, all of a sudden, guess what? Oh man, the whole media is going to change. Everybody's changing. People don't understand how big Twitter is. People go, I don't even use Twitter. I go, you don't, but they do. Okay. Oh, well, we're in a time of change. Somebody said we were in a time of change. This is the change. Oh, okay. Some people say change, like one, another opens, right? I go, that's true. Sometimes that happens, right? It frees up time. That's what I say. So the daily frees up time for me to say, okay, now I have time, right, to invest it somewhere else. This is the essence of the story. Or I relax. I don't know. But I say to invest it because then I have more time on other things that I've been putting, and I'm so glad I put energy on that because you never know. Nothing is permanent, just like Twitter. Oh my God, it's horrible. I get it now. Jess, this is a problem. Okay, and here it is. You ready for it? You ready?
I don't know now, but yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay, Twitter and the rest of the world. Is Twitter around the world, Jess?
Oh, yes. Twitter's global.
Okay. I thought it was going to be like Twitter X. That's what I thought. Right? That's what I thought. Right? Okay. Now, Twitter is around the world. That's technically why it's worth that much money. Okay. It's around the world. Every single country, unless you have internet blocked, and a lot of people have it blocked, but somehow they get around it. Those are the young generation. The older generation, they don't know. But I'll give you an example. Let's say Russia invades an area, right? Now, certain people, you all right, Jess? What's going
on? Yeah, I am pretty sure Twitter's name is going to change as well.
What is it going to change?
Well, I just wanted to see what if x.com is a website and where it would take me. It took me to Twitter. So I'm pretty sure Twitter's going to be changing its name very soon.
Again, this is a week of change, man, and I don't know if it's good for everyone. So here's the thing. Maybe that's why I'm like, something in the water. Okay, Russia, all right? And I know people are like, no, change is good. Unless no one thinks about that. We do. We're the show that go, you never know. Oh, man, it's bad for everyone, Jess. Okay, I'll give you an example. If you've never been on Twitter, it's not going to affect you. That's the answer. So you're like, oh, I'm out. Now, if you have an account on Twitter, get it before it goes weird. That makes sense. You know what I had? Okay, Jess, seriously. And I saw YouTube do it. And I go, why is it that? It put numbers at the end of my name. Okay. And I go, I never did that. Why did that happen? You know how they say you have your name selected and then you have it? Okay. Oh, everybody's got to. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's good for me. I'm good to go. All right. Awesome. Okay. So if you want to create something, create it when they rebrand it. That's the answer. Will it be what it was? Or does it go the way of MySpace where you're like, you bought it for how much money? That person said, I'm gone, right? I'm going to do something else. I don't know if he ever did. But anyway, so, okay, I'll give you an example. Musk knows this. Every single person is on Twitter in government. Think about it. Every single person that's ever said anything about, certain presidents are on Twitter, okay? Countries have been ransacked, technically because people communicate Twitter, okay? A lot of people communicate Twitter. And I said this, and I said it to someone in Homeland Security, and they said, oh, that makes sense. I said, look, you don't understand. Some are communicating using Twitter, but they use certain, kind of like cryptography. You like cryptography, right, Jess?
I find it interesting.
Yeah. So they create an account, and then you know they tweet something, and then their people watch and they go, okay, got it. And there's, you know, I saw one time, it was in 2020, not gonna lie, and I go, I wonder what that is. And so I talked to someone, they said, yep, it's that. There were a lot of like little bombings in LA. I don't know if you know that. They weren't big, they were little, but then they cornered off whole areas. And when protests was happening, how did they organize? Twitter, right? They tweeted it, as they would say, right? So they organized to protest. They a bunch, right? And then they say, no, we got to muscle down on that, which is called, like, you know, certain graphical things, which is what Twitter does, right? Now, when he rebrands it, the question is, will people be able to log in? Because I'm not going to lie. Oh, no wonder I said it's going to be frustrating. I got it now. Okay. Everybody's rebranding. Got it. Somehow, everybody has in the head, let's rebrand. Okay, so that's the problem. When you log in, Jess, and you go, no, it should know my password. It doesn't. Meaning, okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, there's this really good company. Not gonna lie, sometimes I don't want to promote because they're pretty awesome, but they help you transcribe your video. Okay, and I'm all about that. Because I love transcription. Okay, love it. But here's the problem, and I know it's gonna be a problem. When I went in, they said, oh, we love you, but we added on services. I said, oh, awesome. But when I log in one, it logged me out and then said, you're not recognizable. I go, so I had to think kind of like a bot would. How do I get around that? So I went around, I created a new, I couldn't go with the old because the old wasn't like all the way with the new. So a lot of people are going to have problems with their Twitter when they, and they didn't get the info. They go, what's going on? So your old Twitter, you go, no, and you go, yeah, but you guys, seriously. So about a week or so, probably about 3 to 4 weeks, there's going to be what they think is an outage when really people are going to say, no, it's X now, or whatever you're calling it. Whatever, not what you're calling it, what they're going to have you call it, right? The answer is, when do they rebrand this? It's not happening right now, is it? But I know that they're doing it because I saw Periscope go bye-bye. I was like,
The logo is supposed to be active later tonight. So
okay, so they're doing a slow roll.
Yes, it's going to be a slow roll. Like, they're probably just telling people just little bits, slow changes until they decide to actually move over, which is, I don't know why he just didn't start his own company and just go head to head with Twitter, which is just, I don't know.
Well, he bought the user base. So you don't have to do that. The other way is hard.
Yeah.
Remember that one and you said, ooh, they're on it? You said a director was on it and he was putting a lot of Marvel stuff there. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes, I remember. It was called, I have it here. I can't remember what it was called.
And that's why it'll go belly up. Because that's the problem. They spend so much time on branding Twitter. If they rename it right now, that's a problem. Now, if they have like a new, like if the tweet, oh, and everybody's gonna have to change their branding. Oh, then that's good for me. Because sometimes they go, you know how like your websites, you go, what? I gotta change that. Some people invest. Those people are going to have money for days. It's called people that do graphics. You need a new graphic because now the little tweet bird that you have on the bottom or at the top or wherever it's at, go tweet us. It's all changing. It's changing. See, it's not. Wait a minute, Jess. Is it really going to be an X? Or are they adding tweet X? Which some people will be like, dude, that's us. Or it's not going to be X tweet. That doesn't make sense. And that sounds like, ooh, that type of, but. I don't know, Jess. I think you're leaving. Are you leaving out information? Because I think there's more to the story.
There might be more to the story. All I know is that they're going to be changing the logo soon. And yeah, just a lot of the information is just being kept under wraps.
Okay, so yeah, I don't even know about that right now. I said it's going to be a problem. I knew it was going to be a problem. Okay, I go, how's it going to be a problem? It's easy. Just set it up. All right, here's the problem. All right, you got to wait, okay? They're going to get a lot of people mad. If you get frustrated, just let it go. Wait for okay, you know how I got hacked, my Twitter? It took me like several months to get it back, right? That's the problem, okay? And I've had other people for example, Garage Latino, love the guy. He called me. He said, hey, I know you're busy, and then he needed something. I said, yeah, here it is. But for example, him 100%, he got locked out of Facebook because somebody hacked it. Then he had, very smart, I'm not going to lie, I was like, whoa, that makes sense. He had an attorney send them a letter at some point, and he says, dude, I need the back, because he had a lot of people on his Facebook account, right? And so I'm like, okay, because he invested in that, right? He invested in that, I think, or he just got it. I don't really know. Anyway, all of that, bye-bye at some point, because then everybody rebrands, because then everybody wants to compete with Musk. Oh, Jess, it's bad. You know that little fight that Facebook wants with, oh, Jess, Zuckerberg's going to do something that I say, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, Jess, he's going to go toe-to-toe with Twitter.
I still want
X.
Zuckerberg and Twitter to go in like an MMA fight to go at it. I still want that.
But that's the problem, Jess. You got basically, and they're not billionaires; they're quadrillionaires. That's what they're going to say now. They're going to say they're quadrillionaires. Quadrillionaires is it's the new buzzword. Okay, millionaires used to be. Now it's like, please, right? For the rest of us, we're like, dude, I need at least $1 million. Seriously, because I need to invest it, right? Now, okay, so that's the problem. There it is. Oh man, Jess, this is going to be a problem for everyone. Okay, so wait at least a month. That's what I say. If you have a problem with your, I'll give you an example. I have Twitter, right? Do I invest in that subscription? No, I don't. I have a problem with it. You know what the problem is? I had official, the check mark. Took me a long time to get that. I got that. And then I got it. I'm like, yay. People are like, how do you get that? I go, well, and then, some get it, some don't. Jesse Torres, the other Jess, don't get confused. Jesse Torres is the one I do the biz thing with, right? And he 100% was like, whoa, I like it. And then he got paid for it because he was official, right? Now everybody's paying Twitter, right, so much monthly. And if you have official, you go, oh, okay. But there's the problem, Jess. If no one is on for like a month straight because they can't log in, how are people going to see your tweets? And what do you call them now? X?
Right? Go read my X. That's... it's gonna be weird.
I don't really know. I don't know. I think look, it's smart to do a soft branding. Don't do it all of a sudden. But I say you gotta check and test it ahead of time, okay? Because they're not. They go, oh, it'll work, and then they say, oh, we're using AI, or they use what other people use. They go, how come you have that? Like the capture system is completely, it's frustrating, okay? You know that capture system that says, are you human? You're like, yeah, I'm human. Then it says like a series of things. And then it takes like a couple tries. You go, dude, that doesn't even make sense. It's testing you. I don't know if you know this, but they use those captchas. They say, oh, no, it's not. It's feeding a AI system to say, oh, that is what it looks like, right? It says, is this, do people understand that? If it looks like this, will people understand it? It looks like a 3, but is it a 3? And then they test you with words. Very interesting. One thing said like, turn this way. And because you're basically in essence it's I know people don't understand this. There's a lot of shows about it. Go watch it on Oppenheimer. Okay, remember how you said Russia and like if you were Putin, what would you do, Jess?
Yeah, like I said, I am a bad loser, so like I said, what would I do? That's what I would do.
Yeah, okay. Oh, by the way, shout out to Rowena who says buongiorno a tutti. I don't even know what a tutti is, but I like it. All right. I love our international people. I love it. That's the great thing about the show. I thank you so much. All right. Now, here's the reality, okay? Here's Steph. She says, I know my social media app is coming soon and will be like Twitter, Instagram, and MySpace combined. All right. But be careful there. Seriously. Be careful. But I say this. Do it. There's so many things to talk about this on this. But, okay, let me just get to the end, all right? Russia, I said you got to watch them. Here's why you got to watch it, all right? India. India's in the news. Now you go, well, why India? I go, okay, first of all, you got to remember how, when you remember how big India is, you go, oh, that makes sense. But people don't understand what the financial people do. You may, Jess, you may. But here it is. You ready? India, okay? They are banning certain things coming out. They do not want to export rice. Now, if they don't want to export rice, what does that mean for the rest of the world?
Wait. So there's a rice ban in India?
Yep.
That would explain quite a bit.
Why, Jess? Jess is so smart. I love this right now. See, Jess thinks so much. They go, no, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's thinking all the time. Go ahead, Jess.
No, because I went to the supermarket yesterday and a small portion of the rice was absolutely gone. The rice section was empty. I couldn't figure out why. I thought about it. And I remember reading something about it, but I really didn't think too much about it until you mentioned it.
Yeah, and then it's going to, watch, he has a story I guarantee is going to, that makes sense. Rice is now, and here's the problem with rice. Rice is a signal to every single investor. Nobody thinks about commodities, okay? It's an old investment. It's been there since, right? But that technically, I say that's what fueled the Depression era. Just, but people would fight that. Don't fight it. It's right there. Okay. When rice is banned from a country which usually exports it, right? And they send it around the world, what do you think happens with the price, Jess?
Yeah, it's gonna go up significantly.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to go up because now and now that signals investors to go, oh, got it. But I go, no, don't do that, don't do that. Thank God we live in a world where we eat more than rice, but there are some countries that actually depend on rice. Okay, now, all right, if you look at the situation, all right, if you look at the problem that's happening, I don't know, if you look at what's going on, okay, in Russia and other areas, okay, when certain parts of Asia, right, they 100%, how do I say this? Okay, Russia, man, I don't have enough time. Okay, and I don't want to do an after show thing. I said I wasn't going to do it. Okay, here's the thing. Russia. What happens when Russia says we ban? Well, that's the thing, right? People go, what do we get from Russia? When you do that, then you understand why rice is a problem for everyone. Because when rice is banned from you, and people go, do we really get a rice from there? No, not really. That's what I say. So we're good. But with the financials, they're not good because they trade world. That means prices are going up. That's why I say save. You're not ready for it. You may be partying. You may, it's a repeat of 2020. I said this in 2020. I'm not going to say this because, no, things went weird for me. Not going to happen. So here's the thing. Okay, Jess, question. What do you think is going to happen?
In what, the next few years or with Russia?
The next few years.
I don't want to say it, but the way everything moves closer, we're just inching closer to a war. I don't want to say it, but it looks like it.
And that's what it is. That's what it is. The war, but it's not here, Jess. It's not going to be the U.S. like on soil of U.S. It's not going to be that, right? Yeah. We don't have that. But it is war that impacts the world. Why? Because Russia is invading other places, including, I'm not going to say it because I don't put it out there. But the point is this, okay? You got to be careful. I say save money and then be ahead of it. I say that. Do that. You'll be fine. We're out of time. Anyway, that's the story. I'm going to stay to it. All right, people, make it a great day. Whatever you do, remember life is worth living. Live well. Bye-bye, everyone. All right, I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Here it is. Okay, there's a lot of things going on in the world, and here's the reality. There are a lot of people going, I don't know what to do with it. It's simple. Just be away from it. Okay, that's and then let it just go by the side. That's it. Okay? Don't get involved. Don't. Just don't. Okay? Don't. That's what I say. Be away from it, and then let it just subside. Okay? Because the next month, probably 2, maybe even 3, and possibly 4, maybe 5 or 6. I don't really know. For the next 6 months, I say be careful. Okay, be careful. I'm not going to be broadcasting like this, so put that information going. Bye. But the answer is this. Okay, for the next 6 months, maybe less, but for the next 6 months, have it in your head to be like, you know what? I'm just going to chill. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get angry, and I'm simply going to just, hey, right? Just that. Just let things happen. Let other people, do the weird. Because we're really weird. Guarantee it. All right. I'll give you an example. Normally, you say something to someone, and it doesn't get like, all over the place. And people are saying things all over the place. It's weird. All right. So here's the thing. How do I say it? Just look. If you have good in your life, keep with that. Keep with the good. Stay with the good. Be with the good. Right? Whatever gets you there. That. 100%. Because you're going to go, why are they so upset? You're not even going to know why they're upset. All right? Give an example. I wasn't upset. They made it like I was upset. I wasn't upset. I was simply saying, look, please don't touch me. I don't like being touched. I said some people have a problem with that. They don't like being touched. They definitely don't like being approached from the back, but I didn't say that. I should have said that. But here's the thing. You just, right, you just, I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it because they were going to be like, oh, you're that guy. I go, no, I'm not that guy. You're just being, but I go, you know what? But if you say that, I say, you know what? I'm going to walk away from this. So I walk away. Simple. I walk away. That's all I did. I said, it's all right. I don't care. I know how it makes me look. but I don't care. I'm just going to be that guy to walk away. I'm not going to engage. All right. I could have kept to it. I just don't want to be touched. It's simple. But when people do that, they go, oh, I go, you're going to get sued. Okay. So that's a problem. Okay. Don't get sued. All right. Just don't. When you have something and it goes weird, just say, you know what? All right, I'll see you later. Don't go with, I need to be the right one in the room. Just be I want to walk away. I'm all right. Everything's good. And then let them think weird, right? Because I guarantee it's going to come. I said this, and it's funny because I found it, honestly, there were a lot of Twitter tweets. And sometimes I see negativity and I go, And then I look at their tweets. It's all negative. You're not the only one that they're negative with. So that's going to happen, okay? A lot of people are getting... Right? I guarantee it. There's a lot of shows doing that. I guarantee it. I look at it. I go, ooh, we could not use that. Ooh, we could not use that. Ooh, we could not use that. Oh, no way, Jose. And I go, ooh, there's opportunity with that one, maybe. And then you go, uh-oh, nope, no opportunity. So you got to be careful, okay? In the next few months, I'm glad we're, okay. I'm glad. Okay, the next few months, I say be careful, okay? Be careful. But the information, just be careful, okay? That's the answer, all right? And how am I going to say this without saying it? Okay, here's the thing. See that? That's us right now. Is it the next week? Yes, because we're still on the, But let's just say, because I said it, the station needs, help. We need to be promoted, right? KMET. We're KMET. We brand with ABC. That's every station that's out there that's local. You go, oh, that makes sense. Yes. Every station that's local, if they have ABC, the logo, they're affiliated with ABC. But that's why they have nightly news. Nightly news is national news from ABC, corporate, which I actually know people at ABC. Oh, maybe I should message them. Anyway, but that's the point, okay? Because I've met people at ABC because they were doing like a speaking thing here in LA, and I'm like, oh, you're from New York also? And he's like, yeah, here's my information. He actually said stuff that I was like, oh, that makes sense. But I have him on LinkedIn. I should hit him up. Anyway, the point is this, all right? You never know. You never know where things take you, okay? So, but be careful. Be careful, especially the next few months, okay? Because there are people... That's why I say, I walk away. I'm fine with that. No problem. I'm good to go. I'll be honest. Some people, they go, hey, why you didn't come out? I go, yeah, something about that. And then I find out somebody's sick the next week. I go, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. No way, Jose. Not doing it. Not gonna be 100% ever sick ever. That's my goal. I'm gonna hold to it. I don't want to be sick once, twice, or 3 times. I know a lot of you have been sick. But man, some of the stuff they say, long haul or what I heard someone. The other, literally, okay, she said, it's okay, I don't mind. I said, okay. A hairdresser, okay, said, in essence, and I said, what do you want to be called? She goes, I don't mind, I'm a hairdresser. I go, okay. But I like to say stylist, my hairstylist, right? I know you like doing your haircut. Anyway, it grows fast. But the point is this, okay? She said, oh yeah, somebody just died from coronavirus. I go, what? She goes, yeah. So I was like, right, of course. Okay. Where's that information, right? People, right? Some, no mask. Some, you wear a mask and now you're that guy, right? Because I wore a mask. Maybe I should have taken the mask off. That makes sense. Yeah, because, oh, how dare you. So if you get looked at and you wear a mask, that's the answer. They're going, oh. Nothing happened at that, but whatever. I get it. All right. So the point is this. How do I say it? Just be aware. People are weird. And things are not adding up. I'll give you an example. My mother, right? I say, don't throw things away. Please don't. But she said, I got double billing. Isn't that weird? I'm like, why would you get double billing? Right? And then I go, oh, that's not double billing. That's the other month. You, right? Some people are reading things wrong. I go, don't, just keep it. Keep it, then make sense of it. Don't rip it up. Don't throw it away. Keep it. Because then you go, oh, that makes sense, right? So that's the answer. If you see, but billing may be or may not, I don't really know because it's technically, yeah. So I don't really know, but we'll see. The point is this. The world needs to 100%. We need to make sense of it. And here it is. And I hope people make sense, but man, the stuff that they're doing. Okay, so how do I say it? Russia. All right. Russia, if you go do a search on Russia. And you say, what's it about Russia? And it's simple. Okay. Russia, and you go, and I know in the U.S. you go, but that doesn't affect me. Okay. Oppenheimer. Perfect example. Do you know what it's about? He said it. Nuclear. That's going to be the buzzword for the next week or so. I don't really know. Maybe not. I don't really know. But people are going to be like, wait a minute. Because somehow, right, now the old timers, they know. They were there. But Oppenheimer has a lot of shows. So, and this is gonna be on like, because I think they're gonna talk about why Oppenheimer is a thing. But I didn't know the history. Did you? I didn't. Do you know he made Time magazine? I didn't know that as the first, basically. But in a way, he's like, yeah, I wish I never had. He wish he had never had. And they go, well, a little late, and that's really what it's about. It's about him almost, but not. And then I think they thought he was technically, feeding the other side at the time, because it happened during World War. Ooh, that's a good question, actually. It happened during Nazi. It happened during Nazi. So they use the buzzword: are you a commie or are you a communist? Okay, so they say communist, right? In it, you have to understand that. So if you see it, you say, okay, I get it now, because I guarantee it's somebody like, I don't understand that. It's called, are you working for the other side? That's all it is. That's all it is, right? They call it communism. You go, oh, that's why it got that's why it got shortened, right? But I say, be careful of that, because you never know. Then they go, well, that's maybe that's like a way we think. It's an ideology. It's but when they lost. Okay, so but then some go, that's a communist country. It is, and that's the answer. They go by that, right? I guarantee they're gonna brand it different, just like Twitter. Anyway, the point is this, okay? And you're hearing it a lot. Fascist. You're a fascist. It's all over, right? It's all over. So it's there. It's called, what side are you taking, right? And I say, honestly, I don't even take a side anymore. I don't take a side. I just say what's happening. That's it. I don't take a side. I used to say I'm in the middle. I don't even say that anymore. I don't take a side. I just don't. I don't want a side. Don't want it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Right? You take a side, boom. There, somebody's mad at you. So I say, no way, Jose. So I say, okay. So how do I say it? Download the app. ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Just type in KMET 1490 AM. The show, 100% is that. Now I could do a show, but with this logo, no way, Jose. If I'm not on what we're doing, which is a morning show. Morning show is all over the place. Not gonna lie. Morning show, when I first got it, not gonna lie, it was all fun. We used to talk about, but there was a lot of information about fun. Dumb, really dumb, super dumb. That's why I love Jess. Jess loves to talk about dumb, because he's like, man, did you believe that happened? And then somewhere along in the middle, we go, see, there's the problem right there, right? For 2020 and 2021, we talked a lot about coronavirus. Why? Because it was happening. And then there were people who say, no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not. I said, well, it is. There's the information, right? But now where people go, but why are we talking about that still? I say, because people are still dying. I posted it. Every time I post something about my family, something goes weird. Anyway, my sister, and I keep telling people, look, if my sister just got sick with coronavirus and there were other people that got sick with coronavirus, it's still a thing. That's why, just don't be the guy in the room. Now, if you have no one that you know that has coronavirus, I say, okay, all right, I get that. But at this point, I've been asking everybody, and pretty much I have yet to hear the opposite, which is, do you know someone that died from coronavirus? They go, yeah. I go, okay, well, so if you knew someone that died of coronavirus, then it's obviously a thing, right? But there you go. And then some have a related thing, kind of like the one which said to me, when I got my hair done, it was, he died from coronavirus. I think he got it in January, not gonna lie, but there were lung effects that he finally died from, is what somebody would say. I would say finally died from. He could survive, but again, he's dead, so no, he cannot survive. But the point is this, okay? You gotta be careful out there. You gotta be careful, because you don't want to get sick to begin with, right? I didn't even ask what part, but she said it. She said, my liver got impacted when I got it. I said, yeah, I get that. I get that. And that's called repercussion for years to come. Years. And that's the problem. So you got to be careful with that, right? That's why I say don't get it. Those like parties that they used to have? I go, who would do that? We want to get sick with COVID. It doesn't make your immunity stronger by getting COVID. If anything, it creates problems in your body because everybody's different. Now, some people, and I'm telling you, man, they're going to research those people. They're going to say, hey, by the way, how come that person's always good? And they got sick every single time. Well, there's the answer. There's something in their body that fights it. I would go with that. Go with that. You'll be fine. Okay. I talk to people, but I can't say it anymore because I'm not the show. So, morning show. See this? I got to change that. I got to change it. You see that little thing at the bottom? That's what I'm talking about. That little tweet, the bird, you got to change that. You got to change it. That's it. Instagram? Oh, I got Instagram. Okay. How many of your accounts got changed at the end? I'm not going to lie. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do a number at the end of, or maybe they didn't do it. I should ask. Jesse, I love you. It used to be Mr. Jesse Torres. You guys got to stop changing your names. You got to stop doing that. Because then, guess what? All those things you were tagged in, no longer tagged. They go, where are you at? I'm not there. It doesn't notify anybody that you're it doesn't notify unless you don't be found. I've seen people do that. I go, oh, you don't be found. That's obvious. But don't change your name. Get it back. Okay? Get it back. But don't put a number at the end of your, unless it's taken. Jesse Torres is but that's why I say, why would he rename it? It's an odd number. I'm like, I would never remember that. And the search on Instagram is horrible. It's horrible. Don't look, if you do a search on Instagram and you go, I remember, and you put it in, it doesn't pull it up. You almost have to go to friends of friends of friends of friends. You go, got it. Now that's the person. I did that. I was like, because I was going to, anyway. So that's the point. Okay. So let me look that up because I really didn't have time on that. Twitter. Okay. Twitter. Let's see. Twitter. Okay. That's that. All right. Do they have any news on them? Welcome to X. Ooh, that's what I was talking about. Welcome to X. And of course, what's trending? X-rated. I knew it. Okay, let's see. Elon, welcome to X. Twitter X. Let's see. Oh, yeah, people are not liking it. Yep, there it is. Oh, it's a big X. Okay, got it. Okay, that's on Twitter. I love Twitter because you could just put anything in and boom, you bring it up. I don't know how far back it goes, but man, people are going to go, what? The good thing is people go, well, why is this a thing? And I say, well, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Because some things they just, remember, it's not what it was, huh? Twinkies. Do you remember Twinkies? Remember when they were like Twinkies? Bye! Right? About Twinkies? Right? And then they bought it and they saved it. Twinkie support. Seriously. It did change though. I'm not going to lie. It changed. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's him with the new X logo. Or not. Oh, no, that's not the X logo. Somebody's putting it on there. Nice. He has a box in his hand. Yeah. Oh, a lot of people are not liking it. Well, sometimes, here's the thing. Sometimes, okay, people are not liking it. You go to welcome to, okay, let's see. Twitter, rename. Maybe it's a joke. You never know. It could be a joke. Top stories. Oh, it is X. Twitter's being rebranded as X. Never mind. Okay, so, all right, it says x.com now redirects to twitter.com. Oh, he was right. Remember how Jess just knows. Jess should have his own show, just saying. Anyway, Jess, think about it, people. Think about it. He's right. He literally went to x.com. It redirects to twitter.com. Following a tweet from Twitter, Elon Musk, which everybody's watching. Every one of them. Oh, man, they're going to hate it. They have to change everything. You know that lower thirds at the bottom? They got to change that. Everywhere the little blue tweet bird, and they've done it a couple of times. They've had different logos for Twitter, but the blue always works. Anyway, it's not going to send out. It's going to be one of those. It's so black. They're going to be like, man. Think about every single. It looks cool at the beginning, but they go like you look at it on your phone, it disappears. It disappears. Anything that's black on your phone, it disappears. You want it to because you go, ooh, that's cool, right? But then you go, wait a minute, how many apps do I have? That's right. It's going to be black now, and you're going to say, where's it at? So it looks cool at the beginning. Oh, that's what MySpace did. I said, ooh, that looks cool. But then it's just not used as much. It's like, something about that. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it says, interim X logo will replace the Twitter bird logo. Oh, that's bad. Well, no. Maybe he's doing that. Called You Don't Know. We're getting a new bird. You don't know. It says interim X logo will replace the Twitter bird logo. People are going to think it's not working, huh? Well, all right. It says, leading up to the change, must spend a lot of time tweeting about it. Okay, what did he say about it? It says around 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This was yesterday, evidently. Wait, when was this published? I have to look at that. Oh, you guys, you're seeing old information being, like, it's coming up on your, like my mom said, oh my God, they're protesting. They were not protesting. There was no protest. It was called old, like, look at the date. Look at that, then you'll be fine. Okay, because some things are being, okay, this was published, okay, updated July 23rd, 2023. Got it. Okay, so I'll stick to that. Okay, so it says around 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time last night, which was technically, so if this was yesterday published, right, updated July 23rd. I don't know. It was whatever. When it was, he started tweeting and did so for hours about the Twitter rebrand to X, the one-letter name he's used repeatedly in company and products names forever. Yeah, that's right there. Oh, that's what he said. It made sense. X, SpaceX. Okay. Okay. It started with a tweet saying, "Good." Oh, Not gonna lie, he took my idea. I guarantee it. You know, I do that. Networks with an X. They'll go, why that? Because I like it. E-musics, right? Yeah, that's a thing. I use X like that. And of what I do, it doesn't make sense, huh? SpaceX makes sense. Anyway, whatever he's gonna say. No, I took it. No, you did it after me. I guarantee it. You saw somebody use it. That makes sense. Anyway, all right. Let's see. It started with a tweet saying, "Soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand." Oh, then it's bad. Then it's bad. We're saying adieu to the. He's saying bye. Oh, I said it. It's not good for anyone. You're gonna hate it. Everyone's gonna hate it. Twitter is going bye-bye 100%. You're not gonna like it. No one's gonna like it. Everyone's gonna hate it. That's not good. Everyone's gonna hate it. Okay, that's not good for anyone. Yeah. Hold on to your. He didn't do the math on that. No. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You guys, you don't get it. Okay, when it says log in, right, and you go, oh, I log in. That's why it's not gonna work. I get it now. Okay, write down your passwords. That's number one. And if you log in, but say that's my password. Okay, because all your stuff going bye-bye. They're probably going to have, and if it's X, let's say it's x.com because they did buy it, right? Let's say it's X, all right? Now it's whatever your name is at x.com. You go, no, my old one should work. It should. That's what you expect. But I've been seeing it for the last couple of weeks, maybe even a month, and I said, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. You got to create a new one. So bye-bye. It's your old account. Maybe in a month or so. If he doesn't get, he's going to get distracted. He's got too many things. That's the problem. He's got, that's a problem too. He's going to move everything in-house. He's going, why that, when that? He can control everything. No wonder people are like, I don't like you. All right, but here's the thing. I like him because I think he can make sense. But at the rate he's going, it's not making sense. So here's the thing. He can make sense if, and he sees the big, right? AI. All right, don't depend on AI. He said it. I would go with that. Your robots, if they have AI, no way, Jose. If they're independent of AI and you don't take that technology that they already have there and you put it in or you build on it, then you're good to go. Build it from scratch. That's what he said in his announcement with his bots. They move like that, but he goes, we had to create in essence, our own. So people are like, yay! I go, oh. He's already there with military guarantee, right? They're there. Go look at the stuff. China's there. How many countries are already there? Russia, I guarantee they're there. Japan, right? Go see Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer will let you know. Russia was ahead of the U.S. Why? That's what they're saying in essence. The whole movie is about who is the leak. That's really what the movie's about. Who is the leak? Who leaked it? Based on the information that we have, who leaked it to, right, the other side? It's right there, right? First it was the Nazis. Who leaked it, right? Guarantee who works with. I'm just saying. Gotta be careful. Okay. Anyway, the point is that. So that, and we're right back to that. We're right back. It's so, man. Nolan is so smart. So smart. Okay. So Nolan knows something's gonna happen, right? And he knows this movie has to come out. It's been something kind of brewing. You go, well, these movies always come out. Yes, they do. But you got to find the underneath. The underneath is this. We're still at war with Russia. Think about it. Okay. And that was the time of the period of Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was about that. Oppenheimer was about what? Bomb, you say. Yeah, of course. Duh. Nuclear. He was known as the guy who, in essence, they gave him credit, but it was not just him. It was a bunch. There were a bunch of people all at the same time trying to work on the physics of the atom. Okay, the atomic bomb, the atom bomb. Nuclear, right? Nuclear fusion, nuclear fission, nuclear, which I say nothing good with nuclear. They say, well, that's where we get our energy from. Yes, you figured it out. That's also where we get radiation from, and that's why you do not want to go where radiation, is out. That's why Fukushima is a problem, because they have nuclear plants. How do they get nuclear plants? Not hard when you figure out the science. Pretty basic, right? But you got to cool them. They call them rods, right? That was a problem when, the earthquake happened, then the tsunami came in, hurt the generator. The generator, again, they do such old technology, my God. But the point is, all right, it's all right there. We're going back to the cold era at some point. But right now we're going back to war, then the cold era at some point, because it's a repeat. It's always a repeat. Why? I do not know. It's dumb, right? But that's the answer. So that's what's going to go on in the next couple. Oh, man, we're right there. Okay, I'm not going to say it because it could change. And then all of a sudden everybody's like, yay. But the way everybody's going, I don't know. So I'm going to err on the side of caution. Let's say that. On the side of caution, what may happen, and I hope it doesn't, is I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to be that. No, not gonna happen because they say, yeah, that's why you're off. Okay, so here's reality. You ready? Be in your own lane, man. Be in your own lane. Things are gonna happen. You have no control of them. That's a problem with certain people. Certain people, man, do I get that? Okay, maybe the entertainment show will just do, but I don't want to be that show. I don't want to start with that. Hey, let's talk about the industry. Because if anything, the industry saves y'all. Here's, right? It lets people tell the story. Oppenheimer. Thank God for Oppenheimer. You need stories like that because you need it to get around the world, right? Now, will some people debate about it? Yes. And some people say, no, it really happened. Because it did happen, okay? But what's the lesson? Then some people say, oh, you're vying for that. I go, you're always about that, huh? Because here's what I say. Oppenheimer, whether or not he, right? Because in it, he really kind of went, yeah. In a way, I say, here's the thing. The history is there. Look at the history, okay? Oppenheimer, they think, was more for the other side. There's some, like, things there. But then it's like, was it? Or was that just what they said at the end to blame him in the end? I say, well, that's the thing. The scientists, right, come from all over the place. And if you note what they say when they say it, you hear a little, wait, how do I know that? Listen to how they say things, okay? There's a little clue in there. It's how they talk to each other. Give you an example. Everybody's seen probably movies where they're like, let me give you an example. Okay, where it's war and then they like get away. They go, you have to speak exact, otherwise they will pick up the moment you drop that. They're really big on that. Okay, so if you say, okay, I could say, let's go with something maybe that I know. Okay, Spanish. All right, let's say, thank God they're not. But do they love Russia? Yes. Right. Certain places of, I'm not going to say it because I guarantee they're watching. Anyway, the point is that some people love Russia. Okay, but if Russia is to bomb you, will you love it? No. Ukraine was about Russia. Yeah, until they were not. Now they're being bombed, right? So, right, and then, right. So okay. So that's the answer. So here's what you need to know. There's a lot of things happening, but you got to be careful because if, right, Russia, right. Think about it. If Russia, I know I keep saying that. I'm trying to get out of it seriously, but Russia, 100%. Let's say you want them, because you think, oh, that makes sense. Does it? That's why they're having war there. I guarantee it's happening. Okay, Russia's going to have war right. Remember the guy that went in the middle, right? And then he went to the west, right? Belarus. And then Belarus said, we cannot find him. Go look at that information. You go, dude, I still know what you're doing. And then there was information coming out, and it was that, certain soldiers were being trained, right? But his soldiers were trained in Belarus. That's the answer. So, and when that happens, then what happens? Honestly, invasion. You think. But then you forget. They should watch Oppenheimer. They go, wait a minute, they're big. Yeah. Oppenheimer, there's this moment, right? People go, when do you know you're past the point of return? Honestly, when you see, there it is, right? There's a moment, right? And I don't know, they should ask this, but the area, right, that they say they conduct a lot of tests, it's always in the desert. I say this every single time. People go, oh yeah, that's right. But sometimes they say, no, it's not. I go, yes, it is. It's always in the desert. Okay, I remember seeing a cloud that looked nuclear when I was flying on a plane. And honestly, I don't think I had a phone at that time. Otherwise, I would be like, oh, that's weird. Right? And I would have probably recorded it. But it was when we flew over desert. Okay? Well, that's what the movie's about. They test in the desert. No one's around. They were around. Did they do the math of that? They were around. When they blasted it, did they know radiation was a thing? Did they know the word fallout? The answer, they did. But they didn't care. They put on sunblock. Guaranteed that's probably the answer. They didn't do like at the end. They didn't say this is what happened to this guy, this is what happened to this guy, and this is what happened to this guy. Probably because it's so long. My God, 3 hours. It's a good movie though. Not gonna lie, but you have to kind of understand. And you go, oh, now I see what they're doing. A lot of it, some would say, oh, well, they're trying to figure out who was the leak. Who was the leak? I guarantee Russia knows. Oh, that person's the leak. Yeah, it's right there. It's not the person they say it is. It's not that. It's always it's the one that they usually. I would say whatever. Okay, there's a woman that Oppenheimer married, and I say, my God, that lady, boy oh boy, because he basically cheated on her. But technically, she cheated on her man. That's the answer. So cheat. But she stayed with him. Okay, now was it hard for her? Yes, of course it was hard for her. But in the end, you go, she was smart. She knew all angles. Why? She used to be there, right? That's the answer. That's it. That's the imply. You got to look at the imply. The imply is right there. But that's the answer. Okay, she knew 100%. If you have seen Oppenheimer, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then you don't, but you need to. So Oppenheimer had a woman, okay, but she was on the side, okay, and that's the problem. That's one that did him in. She committed suicide, but some think, because there was a little scene, I think, because he says she had drugs in her system. I go, how'd you know? Seriously, but he lost it. He lost it. Don't lose it for an ex when you're with the woman. Like, that's so dumb. But he confessed everything to her, right? He goes, But that's why, I mean, they say it. That's why love-less marriage exists, right? They say for the kids, right? True. That is true. Anyway, that's the story. So okay. Russia. Okay, Russia's gonna hate the Twitter rebrand. I guarantee it. Oh well, whatever. Because Russia monitors tweets from. You didn't know that? Russia does everything the U.S. does. Think about it. That's how they get ahead. And then the U.S. sometimes takes some of those and they say, yeah, we'll give you immunity. You are here now. That's the story. They need to do it big, right? They didn't do it big enough, in my opinion. But they need to. They need to say, oh, that's what we mean by that. Oh, okay, no wonder. Right? Because the answer really is Oppenheimer was a smart physicist, but he did so much more than that. He had theory, so he says we're theorists. I keep saying this, but people don't understand it. When you're a theorist, you kind of go, could it happen? Then you go, can we do the math on that? But if the math is off, guess what? Nah, So there's a thing in there, and it's actually more true than not. And I'll give you an example. I know people go like, where is that? Because it's already there. Here's the answer, okay? What happens when you detonate a nuclear bomb, which has a chemical reaction among many, right, on a completely hydrogen, not activated? That's the sun. The sun is a hydrogen, right? That's activated. It continues burning. That's why you see a scene in Oppenheimer. You go, is that what it means? There's a moment where Matt Damon, great guy, he plays a soldier. He goes, what? What are they talking about? Because they don't get it. They get all these little buzzwords, but there's something that, like, what are they talking about? He goes, well, it's closer to probably not, but, you could ignite the whole world. Thank God for oxygen. Oxygen, they go, well, that fuels. It does, but does not. Hydrogen. That's why people have a problem with hydrogen, technically, but I say it's safer than technically nuclear when you think about it. Nitrogen is safe, but again, they make every chemical they can. My God. Anyway, the point is this. Anything that explodes, I go, you do not do the math. You don't know how that affects you. For example, if they had known what nuclear does to the body long term, they wouldn't have done those tests. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. They would probably look at the movie and go, why did I do that? That's all dumb. Right? It does things to the body. It does. And they mention it. There's a scientist, very smart, great. Oh man, you got to see it. But remember, it's hard for a reason. Okay, so the point is this. Okay, it is. They need to edit it out to make it for all, because really, seriously, it needs to be like for everyone. Anyway, the point is this. I know it gets a little boring because the whole black and white thing, but it's called a story. But it's real. It's based on real. So that's the answer. Okay, it really happened. Oppenheimer, right? I thought Oppenheimer was like what's that one with like Othello, the Odyssey, Oppenheimer. Doesn't it sound like a musical, right? The Oppenheimer, right? Isn't it weird? Anyway, that's okay. So, do you get it? No one gets it. All right, here it is. Russia, it's in there, 100%. Soviet, right? It's there, right? When did they drop the bomb? But when were they working on it? That's why I said, well, because Nazis got a lot of information there. Then suicide. That's there. That's in the movie. When that happened with Hitler, obviously it was like, okay, what do we do with it? Honestly, keep doing it. That's what they said. Then the opportunity came out. Can we use it? They were so quick to use it. And then some, they said they were in a room, and I believe it because that's the way people. They go, which ones are we going to bomb? He goes, oh well, we don't want to do that one because I traveled there. Oh man, the audience was like, wow, are you kidding me? You were that so blasé about it. It's kind of like the city that you live in, and they're talking about. They're like, well, I traveled there. You're like, thank God, right? But so let's do the one further to the because they had, I think it was 13 countries. No, I'm sorry, I get that wrong. 13 areas, Japan, right? And they're like, well, we have 13. He goes, nah, we have 12 really, because I'm crossing that off because I traveled there, and it's really nice, and it means something to the people. But me and my wife, she loves it. My God, not that one. Yeah, 120,000 or so dead, right? You go, yeah, I know you're like in the millions. You're like Millions makes it. No, that's the problem with the bomb. If you activate on certain planets that have all hydrogen, yes, it ignites the whole thing. The whole thing stays ignited. You don't want to do that. Light a match, they say. No, you don't. No. And then can you move there? No, it's lit. That's the thing in the calculation. He goes, did we go too big? Because that's the answer. All right. And that's why I say, man, did he fight? There's a scene in it. And I go, please don't, please don't, please don't. He almost kills somebody at the beginning. He puts a vial of cyanide in a apple. Okay. He hates the guy. The guy does the right thing. My God, that's the answer. Okay. So that's there. That's history. You know, who knew? But he kind of fought something in his head. That's why there's a lot of like, did he? So they go, well, not a really good guy. So it kind of gives all perspective when you think about it. But I say he fought it because he didn't kill his, professor. There's a little scene where he goes, maybe I should have. And you kind of go, yeah, that's the leak. That's the leak. But I think it's the guy that visited him. He was the leak. He always plays the spy. He's a smart guy, but he goes, and then he looks and goes, got it? Because he's high up. He always plays that guy. What? I guarantee that's the answer. Anyway, look. But what does it matter now, right? They're the same. If you see people like that, and you have them in what should be top secret, that's the thing. They're giving top secret to everyone, but they're like, are you on our side? That's what he should say adamantly. Is he still alive? I don't even know, right? I don't even know the story. But the point is this: Oppenheimer kept getting tested by everybody on every side because they had spies among them. That's the answer. They had spies. You say, yeah, that's a spy, that's a spy, and that's a spy. Now he would say, well, what does it matter? I go, oh, it matters. It's called, what would have happened if Nazis would have dropped the bomb first? Well, no, it doesn't happen that. Some have. It's the really good shows. There's an Amazon show which goes, what would have happened if that's the answer. They drop it first. Everybody goes, forget it, we're done. That was the race. That's why he said there's a race. It's a wars race. When I was young, I never knew the wars race. Or what do they call it? The wars race, right? I didn't know that term. I didn't understand it. Wars race, what? Yeah, how do you race with war? How do you have a war race? This is how. It's called who can get first. Just like space, right? Who could get first? Whoever gets first, there you go. It's just like, when you think about it, at least those here in the U.S., the rush of gold, right? Meaning, did you want to have real estate? Some were smart. They're like, forget that. I'm going for real estate, right? Gold, right? The rush. But technically, the gold rush was because everybody found out there was gold in them hills, right? California very rich with gold. Now are they? Not really. Not really. If you go, further down, yeah, obviously. But then there's the problem right there. Fractures, right? Where do those fractures come from? Digging, guaranteed. It's right there. But anyway, let's see. Okay, so right, you got to be careful with digging. I guarantee there's gonna. Did you see? There is something going around where there is like. Did you see it? The whole like street caved in. Did you see it? Right. One said like another area, and then the other one said I don't know. Maybe they have the information wrong. I thought it was an explosion from underneath. Sometimes pipes do that. What they do, but technically you don't do the math on how it fractures the rest of all. I would not move anywhere there at all. They'll repair the street. The problem is now it creates a fracture in the soil, and then if there's a building, guess what? It starts leaning. Why does it lean? Because they fractured the soil underneath. That's the answer. So when you have an explosion, you really got to do the math of the whole area, and you go, oh, because you think, oh, that's concrete. That's not concrete. That's soil. That's soil. They say it's strong soil, but it's soil, right? That's the problem. Concrete is on top of soil. So when you create a fracture like that, or there's an explosion, that's going to create a problem for the area. So at some point, you're going to be like, bye, right? You get out of there, right? And then you sell it to the next person. The next person goes, I didn't know it was a thing. Yep, it's a thing. Because they bury that information, right? Okay, San Francisco. People have been talking San Francisco, and I saw something. I said, I never even understood that. San Francisco has something that you wouldn't even like really understand. Here it is. Lots of homelessness, right? And I go, well, duh, it's been there. No, not the way, like they're saying, no, you don't get it. There is so much. They go, no wonder businesses are moving away. I go, San Francisco? Businesses are moving away? How's that even possible? San Francisco's rich, right? I knew minimum wage was like big because Silicon Valley made it big, right? But there it is. There you go. All right. It's been there the whole time. Are they always? Forever? That's the answer, right? It may not be what it was. And in certain areas, I say, it's got to be that way. So I say, that cannot be so that's called skewed. You don't want to be skewed in a direction just because a little area is real. I'll give you an example. LA. certain parts, man, you go, yeah, homelessness has been a thing for, right? Now they're moving in on areas going, dude, move out, right? Or they moving them in the middle of the night. That happens. I remember someone saying, yep, they move them up north. Someone said, no, they don't. I go, do they? I don't really know. But, right, I'm always waiting for the answer because it's not always talked about. But if you do certain, like, you go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes they move them out. And I've had people which are homeless, which I talk to. But I also talk to other people, and I go, aha. And they go, yep, there's information. So anyway, that's the story. All right. Let's see. I'm all over the place. But here it is, okay? Russia. Why am I talking about Russia? Because Russia is something you need to watch for the next few. Just do Russia news. Then you'll understand we're on an interconnected, even though you don't want to be interconnected, you're interconnected. If you're a financial person, you say, yeah, Russia, obviously. You watch what happens to Russia. There's other countries that they watch. But Russia is creating a problem for everything financial. Okay? And I don't think Musk is ahead of it. If he were, he would not do this right now. He needs to look at all the tweets seriously, especially the people around Russia. That's what he needs to look at. They don't go, this is not the time to brand anything. It's not. It is one of those things where you go, guys, we need to be not in the dark, like this is going to put us. We need to be in the light. Okay, we need to be in the light. That way we understand what's happening. Oppenheimer. It's all related. It's really weird. But Oppenheimer, okay. Yeah, you go, he's just a guy. He's a guy who put it together with a smart amount of scientists. That's the answer. He surrounded himself with smart scientists. Now, in a way, I go, oh, they saved him. But one of them, his lady goes, I don't trust him. I cannot believe you shook his hand. She probably knew something that he did. He goes, no, I forgive him. He's a good guy. Because yeah. But what does he pull for? What's at the heart of him? What does he really want, right? And that's when you say, wait a minute. Now, here's the thing. Okay, if let's say you have a friend, right? But they know someone who wants to kill you. All right? Nazis put a lot of people to death. Literally, in their own area, right? That's where you go, no, that's obviously bad, right? But people go, no, I go, oh, be careful if you love that guy. Because he killed so many people just for being alive. They didn't even go to war. You're that person, you're obvious. In my book, 100% bad. There is no even little about that. I know there were people that were kind of like working for him that were kind of like, and there were a lot of people, not gonna lie, were like, I don't think I'm about this, kind of like Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer had a change of heart. I don't know what happened. I say maybe his kid. Thank God he had a kid. But he, in a way, was like, wait. And it was in that calculation that he had that moment. That's why I think he kind of said, there's no stopping it. I got to be there. There's a secret. You got to wait till the end. They say, I don't know if it really happened, but I think it's a theory. Because sometimes people give information like that, but in a way they kind of go a little supernatural. I don't think it happened that way. That's called something, because I've had that happen. I had one time somebody say, just hold back and don't worry about it. But in a few months, you'll see the answer. And in a few months, I did see the answer. I was like, wow, that was good information. Because I was going back and forth. What do I do? And then all of a sudden, the morning show. Now the morning show, not here, right? It's just not here. It's they call it something else, but I really don't know who it is. I just got the call, and the call was, hey, by the way, so do you want, maybe the entertainment show? I said, yes, I'll take that. Why would I not? So if you have an opportunity, I would love it, because seriously, you know what I mean? So there you go. All right. Is anybody watching? I appreciate you. Okay. So that's the answer. Shout out to all tuning in. Anyway, but that's the thing. So the show gone, right? But I say good, because now I have time for other things. But I say, what do I do with that hour? I don't know. So now I go down to once a week, one show, which, not going to lie, I really like that show. But, I got to rebrand it. It's time of rebranding. My God. And I'm going to do it the right way, because I already got the website. So I'm glad I got the website. Sometimes you ever have an inkling and you're like, yeah, I got the inkling. Well, that's the reason. You have the inkling for a reason, right? It's called something, and you just knows. I don't know what it is, right? So I went with that inkling. So I got it. Thank God. I don't want it, though. I want another one. But maybe I don't know. Or maybe I just do it for a little. I don't know. Because the entertainment's not what it was. It's just not, right? I know Sean, who's tuning in, it'd be like, dude, do a rock show. Because that guy loves rock in so many ways. I love him. Sean Nickerson, shout out. He's our other guy that works for the station. He knows. He just knows stuff. And but that's what it is. All right. So is this going away anytime soon? I certainly hope not, but people need money, seriously. So I say, be aware of it, right? And be ahead of it, okay? Because when people need money, sometimes they do weird. I'm just saying. Kind of like tweet, right? Twitter, whatever they're going to call it. Are they going to call it X? Are they really going to call it X? Let's see. This story says, Soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand. I know people like Sean are like, dude, I don't even do Twitter. And gradually, but some of the rock, they do. We've had them on, right? Shout out, right? I got Nirvana. Come on. All right. He's like, dude, I'm not about that. Whatever. Okay, so I got Pearl Jam too. Does that work? No. He's like, dude, no. All right. It started with the tweet saying, soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds. Wow. Is that available? Like, is that a... He's upset at someone at Twitter. He's like, forget it. I'll do it my way. That's when he does that with his little eyebrows. Yeah. And then it had another tweet adding that if a good enough X logo is posted tonight, we'll make go live worldwide tomorrow. Oh, he did it really quick and fast. No wonder. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, then it says must then over the next several hours. Just so that the change in between other posts and replies. Tweeting. Oh, that's it. He got mad. I told you people are getting mad all of a sudden. I knew it. I said, you know what? I'm not going to engage. Yeah, because people get weird right now. They get like so. I'm like, dude, where's the chill? You don't even know where it's at. They keep talking and just walk away. There is no. I try in so many different ways, but they just keep to it. It's weird. So when they get that way, you go. That's it. That's what you do. 100%. All right. It says, but that I know that I'm not gonna lie, I've been there, and I had somebody talk me literally from the ledge one time. It was another station I was at, not gonna lie, and they did something. I was so heated at the moment, and I think I got wrong information given to me, but they're like, just call it out because you're not that person. Now I call it out, I guarantee I'm the person. So I mean, I'm not. I don't really know. But the point is this, okay? When something happens, you go, there you go. There's the answer. The good thing is, I went away from that station, and now I'm at this station. Love this station. ABC News Radio KMT 14:09 a.m. At least I have a show coming back. So it's not the Hollywood Social Lounge. I hated that name. I'm so glad I have a chance to name it different. That's. But I'm not gonna lie. I do not like the name that I have coming. I don't. So I got to work with it. But I'm waiting for something to expire. Then when that expires, then I can take it. What? They let it go. That's the answer. Okay. It's not trademarked, so I should trademark it. Seriously, everybody's going, no, I know what it is now. Okay, anyway, the point is, I may not even do it for a lot. You know, you look, when I canceled, right? Some people know this. In 2020, I canceled 100%. I canceled, and I said, nope, not doing it, because I was doing way too much. Now I'm back to, all right, well, that frees up an hour. What do I do with that hour? I don't go on here because I do not compete. Right, although I do not have a no-compete thing because I am not under contract. That's the answer. I'm not under contract. I need money, people. All right, so that's the answer. I am not under contract. Therefore, yeah, I don't get paid for doing, I do it. There you go. But people go, well, why do you do it? I go, honestly, I don't even know. I got kind of like, brought into this. Pauline, my God. Anyway, so that's the story, okay? So I go, all right, well, what do we do with that? I say call it opportunity. Call an opportunity when you understand it's opportunity. I'll give you an example. Some of you are doing something that you didn't know you were going to do long term, and you're like, but if it's not making money, I say walk away. Walk away if you're not making money. If you're making no, or little money, then you got to branch off of that to make money. That's why I say, right? That's why I say, no, I got it. When I had time, I said, I need to write a story, I need to write a book, and I need to write, I don't know what I said. Anyway, the point is this. I got a book out, right? Technically, more than a book, right? One, a rhyme story. Got to promote that. A biz book. Got that. Been promoting that. Awesome. Love it. So thank you to the people that help support. But you go, okay, what next, right? You go, what next? So you always got to go, and you got to, it's really about money. I hate to say that. I used to not be about that. But then you go, how do I pay, How do I pay? If how? You got to get paid, right? If they get paid, you should get paid, right? That's the answer. If they get paid, you get paid. That's the answer. So you should get paid. But then they go, yeah, but I'm barely making a living. I go, that makes sense. Then you got to go a little bigger, right? Give an example. I say to people, make use of what you have, right? We have a tower, and I said it. I said, well, just rent it out. There are people that will pay good money for that tower because it's high, right? They need coverage. Just call the company in the area and say, hey, do you want to put coverage for the area? I will rent that out to you. That's the answer, right? You'll see things all over YouTube, and they say, yeah, I there's a program. There it is. I made use of it. They pay me every single month because it's called rent space, right? If you have that area, rent it out. That's the answer. Rent it out. It's the tower, put something on it, rent that out. Now you lease it. That's the answer. It's simple. It's so simple, right? Then you have. I should say do that, but they'll say no, not about that. People are saying weird stuff. You give them information, and they're just like, yeah, well, they go, because that's the answer. That's a lot of money. You almost gotta make it happen. Then they renege. I had that happen once. Not gonna lie. Somebody messaged, and I was like, "You do not even know." My God. All right. So anyway, look. Next few months, just be aware. Oh, opportunity. Okay, that's the good news. All right. In about 3 or 4 months, there's gonna be a thing. It's called a void. It's a huge void. I don't know what it is, but it's called Hey, Can You? So I would say relax, rest, chill, or rest, relax, and chill. Chill, relax, and rest. Whatever. Have fun in the next few months with whatever you do. I say invest whatever you do with time, meaning like put that somewhere where like if you want to do a story or you want to do something that would, do that. And don't get disappointed. Don't get disappointed because there'll be at some point someone saying, dude, we need to, I had, okay, more than one person say, hey, can you help me out? I said, yeah, sure. Right. And but look at entertainment right now. Entertainment, I guarantee it. If it goes longer than a month, it's bad. If it goes longer than 2 months, if it goes longer than 3 months, really bad. And if it goes longer than 4 months, oh my God. All the stuff you're seeing, when was it made? So there's a huge void. And when they have a huge void, they go, okay, we're ready for stories. When they go back, but it's going to be expensive, guarantee it, because everybody wants a cut. Everybody wants a cut. So that's the problem. So a lot of the movies, technically, everything's streaming. I guarantee it. Media. They're going to let that one go because we don't understand that. And so they're going to let that one go. So everything's going to be on media. So that's why I say television, bye-bye. Big theater, it'll still be there. It's always there because they go, this is what people want to see. It's true. But if you're smart, you will test, you know who? The streaming knows. That's why Netflix is going to be really good. When they said, oh, Netflix is going bye-bye, and they said that to me, I said, no, it doesn't make sense. They know the math. They know the numbers because they do. They know how much, they know what you watch, and they really know, in essence, who you are, in essence. And they teamed up with Facebook. This was a while ago. I was like, ooh, smart. They didn't say it 100%, but I knew what they were doing. But then Facebook reneges because now, like, and I've seen it. If you see, like, weird ads on your, like, if you're on Facebook, you go, yeah, it's all, like, just, bleh, right? You're like, that looks like a TV ad. That's why they're not monitoring it. So I say invest, but get people to follow you 100%, right? Invest in that, right? If you have money. I'm like, man, I've spent all the money. I don't even know where to get money at now. But so technically, I'm for hire. Okay, that's the answer. I'm for hire. All right, I cannot beat around the bush. I'm for hire, right? The hour is gone. Therefore, I'm for hire. If you have an opportunity, I'm for hire. That's the answer, okay? I need a job. That's the answer. Because the hour, what do I do with it? You know how much time I put into the hour? People don't understand. A lot, right? A lot. When you have to, like, people go, no, you got, I don't. I keep saying this. I wish I did. I wish I had people producing the show. Sometimes, and I had, maybe one or two, but they hardly do, right? I wish they did, but they don't. So you say, bye-bye, have fun, have fun with the opportunity that you have because you didn't do anything. You go, what did you do? And they want a name credit. That's it. There are people that literally put, So I say be careful. If you have a show or you have something that you want, just remember everybody's got to pull their weight. Somebody said that to me. Actually, a couple people said that. One person said, do it yourself. I said, what does that mean? But they had been in the business a long time, ever since they were like a little teen. Yeah, a little teen in the industry. I should call them up and be like, hey, you were right. And then somebody else said, why do you do it with more, But I didn't understand that because he had a show with multiple people. And I'm like, I don't know, I thought it'd be fun. And it was fun. I still like, but I get it. People are not making sense right now. So I may have to do it kind of alone. But I don't want to do it alone. I want to do like a host, but then they're going to be like, dude, I get paid. And I go, if I get paid, you get paid. That's the answer. That's the agreement I had way back when, right? I said, look, if we get paid, you get paid. That's the answer, okay? Because I don't get paid, just, I have to, in a way, trade my time for that show time slot. As I say, my God, I put in more than I should have, technically, or maybe I did put in what I should have. That's why I have opportunity. That's why you're watching. So thank God, right? So it's called a lot of time invested. So I go, where's, and I ask, but I know there's no money. So I go, okay, gotta sell. Or I go back to the corporate world and I do that. A lot of people, I messaged somebody. I said, hey, can you hook me up with, because I thought an opportunity for someone else, right? Because they have something that they could help another, with. And I said, hey, and something came to my mind, and I said, okay. So I messaged them. I said, hey, remember that? We may have lost business to that, but whatever. Do you have that? Because I think someone could benefit from it. You know what they said? I'm out of the biz. I'm no longer doing PR for them. No way, Jose, is what they wanted to say. But they said, I'm going back to corporate world. I need a job, is what they should have said. But that's the answer. Okay, so a lot of people are going, but there's the opportunity. There's the opportunity. If people, it's kind of like real estate. Everybody knows real estate, right? Right? Real estate. Real estate comes and goes. It ebbs and flows, I would say. It goes with the tide. When it's really good, everybody's a realtor. When it's really bad, everybody gets away from that, but they hold on to the license. That's the answer. Hold on to your license. But you can always go back, right? But then they say, well, things are like, coming that hurt us, like, certain apps. Everybody's doing it that way. Yeah, but that's not making sense. Guaranteed, right? People are spending a buttload of money and guaranteed they're going to sue that company. Guaranteed it's going to happen. They say, I paid too much, right? Some of those came up. San Francisco, real estate is not what it was. When you do the math, you go, wait, I'm going to make the money, but you're not. You're not. Who do you sue? They're going to figure out. Everybody's going to figure out how to sue. That's what I say, man, boy, oh boy, be careful there, right? Be careful. Just be careful, all right? Give you an example. Alex Jones. Alex Jones, 100%, right? Not going to like it 100%, what I say, but maybe you will. I don't really know. If you like Alex Jones. I used to actually, I didn't mind because he was on he would send his show to the station I came from, all right? This station didn't have Alex Jones. They didn't like him. So I was like, well, at least you're ahead of that. But you got to be careful because when right, that payout, is he ever going to pay? Was he even worth that much? Love him or hate him, not gonna lie, some of the stuff he made sense. I was like, that makes sense because I was in the vehicle filling up the station that I worked for. That's how I traded time for, right? And I say it all the time. I say that's technically, if you really want to know how I did it, I took what they gave me and then I made something of it, and that's why I do what I do, right? And yeah, I've had a lot of opportunity, thank God. But that's why I say it's got to go next level. That's why, But a lot of people in the entertainment would say, yeah, you don't know what I've had to put in, but you're going to find out. In the next probably a certain amount of time, people go, you know how many things I do for free? Yeah. Well, have fun with that. But the answer is you should do things for free and then be happy about it. That's what they say. I say, no, you got to get paid now. That's what I say. And people go, no, that's not what we're about. I go, be about that at some point, but do it so that everybody wins. Don't do it just so you win. If you win and nobody wins, then that doesn't make sense, right? Because they'll call you out on it. People are not what they were when it comes to, hey, I want to help you out. That used to be a thing. Now it's called, what do you want, really? You know how many people I had try to replace, technically, a host? They wanted to get in, and they were a friend of the host. And I go, I don't trust that person. I don't know why. They wanted to replace the host. That's the answer. And that's what you're going to see a lot of. All of a sudden, there's so much like behind the scenes and, he said, she said, whatever. But if you have a friend that's there and they look a certain way, like, that's called someone thinking. If you have someone go, that's called someone thinking. And if you have someone go, that's called someone thinking, okay? Because they do not trust the person. I say, trust that person. That person makes sense. They go, no, there's something about that person. I don't know what it is. But trust that person, all right? They're the person that go, yep, totally see it. If you see someone who, oh, I'm really nice, and sometimes they talk that way, it's really weird, or they say, oh, I know, I'm just trying to help you out. They want your job, guarantee it. They want your job, guarantee it. So you got to be careful, okay? That's the answer. And that's all around the world, seriously, because I've been talking to people who go, yep, that's what's been happening. So that's the answer, okay? You got to be careful. For those of you that are at home, I'll give you an example. My mother, she's at home. She's safe. She has not gotten COVID. Thank God. My sister has gotten it multiple times, okay? But and I'm not going to lie. I really want my sister out of the area where she's at because that area is really bad, okay? It just is. We put up with it because they kept moving her further. She used to be in Downey. I wouldn't mind if she went back to Downey. But, she used to be in Pasadena. Now she's in Inglewood. Okay, Inglewood, you're going to see a lot of news there. That's what I say, oh my God, people, I want my sister in a good, And if she gets sick, well, obviously, who else is getting sick in the area? Yeah, Inglewood people, guaranteed, they're sick. They may not be saying it, but they're sick. With what? Well, if my sister had COVID, think about it. So that's the answer, okay? Like it or hate it, you probably know somebody who died from COVID and or got it, right? So you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Now, the good thing is, and I guarantee there are some people watching that go, I have good immunity. You do. That's why I want your blood, and I want to package that, and I want to make money of it, right? Did you see Ancestry.com? Ancestry, there was a news story going out or around. Somebody posted, I go, that's got to be fake. They got bought for a lot of money. I go, what do they do with that? Ancestry, is it test kits that they are interested? No, it's called history. They want to know genealogy. They want to know how everybody's connected. And I go, what is that for? What's that for? If they have a blood sample of you, does anybody do the math on that? What can they do with that? Sell it to the highest bidder. What? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Guaranteed. It's going to happen. Guaranteed. It's going to happen. Okay. If they could create a mammoth out of nowhere, it's every single story you've grown up on and you've read about. It's every single story coming 100%. I know people are like, no, but wait, what? That's the answer. Everything that you read or you theorize, because you're good theorists, right? You really are a theorist. I've tested people that, and then the very next minute they go, what did I say? I go, oh my God. So now I record people. I go, watch, you're gonna want this. Watch this. And they go, wow, I said that. Yeah. I'm gonna test people. I'm gonna say, just watch what you say. And they go, yeah, it's a really good test. All right, it's a really good test. And you say, I know, right? Or I know that I know. And you do that, and you'll be fine. Okay, guaranteed. So say that, and if you say that, you know things. It's weird, but it happens every time. I have some stories about it, but I don't know if people are going to do it. But anyway, that's what you need to do. And then you're almost like, you know things. It's really weird. I've tested people. And I go, did you see? How would you know that? They go, I don't know. Exactly. That's because you're ready. Thank God. Because you know things. It's called packed in knowledge, or they say rhymes help, and they actually do. Certain rhymes help, and they, but anyway, that's the answer. So I have to do a rhyme book again. Oh, God. Anyway, so that's the answer. But, okay, what else do I need to say? If, download the app, KMET 14 AM. We're really not going anywhere. I'm just being given an opportunity to do, a one show a week entertainment show, which technically I brought to begin with. Yeah, I brought Hollywood Social Lounge. I didn't start with ABC News Radio, KMET 14 AM, I actually filled in for somebody who technically left it. So then they said, they left us high and dry. Can you help out? I said, yeah, sure. No problem. So I came in and, and then all of a sudden, boom, there you go. That's the answer. So that guy should have never done that, but he lost that opportunity. So never abandon a station like that, ever. Because if you abandon a station, then guess what happens? Right, at some point, because they go, yeah, we remember that. So that, okay, so just be careful. Never abandon, because they always come back. They go, can I have an opportunity? I don't know how they came back, not gonna lie, but they came back, and that's the answer. Okay, so be careful. That's all I say. Okay, just be careful. That's all I say. All right. So what will be the show? I don't know. I'm almost thinking maybe I don't do it. No one's about entertainment right now. They're like, why an entertainment show when it doesn't make sense? I go, well, that's the thing. Maybe an entertainment show does make sense because. I always wanted it to live on its own, to be honest. I wanted to walk away from it. But I was like, I cannot do that with Hollywood Social Lounge because it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't ring. It doesn't ring. It doesn't have that thing, Access Hollywood. That makes sense. Entertainment Tonight. All the ones, that made sense. Extra, right? All of those can live on beyond, right? And then you sit back. That's what you create. That's your entity. I talk a lot about it, when I do, there's a lot of books that I'm doing about biz and stuff. We met a lot of good people. We've helped a lot of people when it comes to their biz. So I go, right? So you gotta, if I had money to invest in those, I would 100%. But I don't got money. I'm investing in it. So that's the answer. Okay, invest time, energy, and if you don't have money, just invest in maybe a story. Do that. Somebody who made a lot of money. They don't know how. She hit rock bottom. Harry Potter. Look where it is today. Rich beyond. You may not even like her. Some people don't like her. I tend to like the story. I love the story, and I honestly, I really like the series. Think about it. Like it or hate it, it created a whole new generation of everything. Right? Fantasy and years to come. Nobody's gonna think about all the little things. Right? Everybody had something in the early 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, 1500s, 1400s, and 13. Oh, by the way, you need to know this. Okay. There are some okay, and I said this. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. You go, it's real. Okay, I saw something yesterday. It was awesome because I've seen this. They look like, I don't know if they're a couple. I think he wants to be a couple. Anyway, they're archaeologists. Okay, and they make sense so much. They 100% found ruins. They go, for some reason, this civilization lost the area, meaning they just went bye-bye all of a sudden, right? Or they just evacuated or something. But the answer is very simple. They didn't do the timeline. But if they do the timeline, they go, aha, that makes sense. They're saying, and they're dating it 6 BC. 6 BC? Really? Okay. Then they said, there was animal sacrifice in the middle. I really wish I had graphics on that. Maybe I should pull it up. All right. Let's see. Okay. It's a town, Phoenician. Do you know Phoenician or Phoenicians? Okay. It's so interesting. Let me type that in. Phoenicians. Discovery. Okay, the Phoenicians. Okay. Let me do the news. Let's see. It was on BBC, to be honest. Here it is. Oh, I love that it came up. Spanish archaeologists plan rescue of. Oh, wow. They got more coming on. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's a different story. Okay. All right. There's the area. Okay. I don't know if it's this one. And it makes sense. It's here on. Yeah. All right. I might put it in 2600 because the 2500. Oh, I think it was 2500, 2600. I've seen other stories about that. Year old. Okay. Yeah. Here's another one. Mysterious 2500-year-old skeletons. Well, why are they saying 2500? They're saying 6 BC. Does that make sense? Maybe it was 2300 years old. Right? That would make sense because that's around that time. All right, all that time is being discovered, and I said it. I said, watch what happens, because some of that you go, no, it didn't happen. Then you go, yes, it did. Yes, it did. Then they go, you're just making it happen. No. All right, let's see. Oh wow, look at all those discoveries. I gotta look it up. Anyway, it's gonna be old news. All right, we'll type in Phoenician. If you have it, send it, because I know you guys know it. It's on BBC right now. Oh, maybe I should type in BBC. BBC. I love BBC. BBC. There are archaeologists that are discovering, they said a civilization disappeared. Oh, maybe that's what I got to type in. Phoenician, BBC, civilization disappeared. Suddenly, they say. But I say, oh, it's obvious. Like, you would know it too. You go, anybody that knows what happened in the area around the time, you know what happened. Here it is. Yeah, here it is. The Tartessos were a Bronze Age society in a particular... there it is. That's why... Okay, that makes sense. All right. Interesting. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. All right, well, that's the answer. It's all over the place with the stuff that they're like discovering. It's all over, but they're saying, why did it disappear? Why? You know what I mean? And you go, oh, well, that's why. Like, it's obvious. See, here's another one. Ocompton, a long lost Maya city that was just discovered. This was posted 3 weeks ago. BBC is covering it, man. BBC is covering it. They're also covering the war, just so you know. Yeah. Yeah, see, they're all over the place with the math. I say 2,500 years ago, but you go, it's 2,300. How could it be 6 BC? That doesn't make sense. 2,500 years ago, literally, that would be, if we're 23, sorry, why did I do that? That was so weird. We're in the 2000s. We're in 2023. Okay. I was going to say we're in the 2300s. My God. But we're in 2020, so they should say 2,000 years ago if they're going to do it at 6 BC. It doesn't make sense. You guys' math is off. That's the answer. Okay. All right. But there's a lot of discoveries, and they're all coming up. Why? I think because they have time, to be honest. I think that's what happened. But some places trying up. So that's the answer. Okay. Let me type that in. Tartessos. Maybe they didn't write it because it was more like they were covering it. Oh, this makes sense. They kind of showed this. First ever human depiction of lost Tartessos civilization. You go, Tartessos, who are they? But they're in an area that was at a time where I go, well, about that. Yeah, see, they're saying we don't understand how this is a thing. Here's what it is. Certain areas eventually become a thing, eventually. But then you go, wait a minute, they weren't always. Yes, they weren't always. Because it says this, researchers have unearthed 5 stone busts that are like little sculpture. That's all it is. Dating from the 5th century BC. See? Well, 5th century is different than 5 BC. Right, isn't it? It's the 500s. The 15th century would be the 1500s, right? They're all over the place on what they're saying, and maybe that's the problem. But anyway, they're saying here's the headline: discovery of Tartessian sculptures turns study of Iberian pre-Roman culture on its head. Pre-Roman, so not during the time of Rome. Oh, well then that's not a thing. Okay, then the math's off. They say 6, but it's not 6 BC. They mean 600 BC. They forgot. They left out the zeros. Well, that changes everything. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. Never mind. See, I got information wrong. Hold on. Okay, there you go. All right. Big shout out to Candid tuning in. Melinda tuning in. Thank you. Patricia tuning in. Thank you. Rowena. Love the buongiorno. Love that. Stephanie tuning in. Judy, thank you. Living in Walla Walla, Washington. Thank you for, sharing and Facebooking. Let's see. Angela tuning in. Thank you. Let's see. Who else? Let's see. All right. Well, honestly, here's the thing. I got called, and they said, we called you a couple weeks ago. I said, well, okay, that's it. But they said voicemail is full. And it is. I keep emptying it. I don't know how it gets full. But you know what it is? Telemarketers. Seriously. Sue telemarketers. Somebody made money on that. They figured it out. I go, told you it's a thing, but somebody forgot. So here's the answer, okay? Well, there was a directory. People don't understand it, but there was a directory, and when you got on that directory, technically they keep calling you, it's an infraction, they say. And so somebody sued. It'll come out if you haven't already seen it, but they sued for needless calling, in essence, right? And that's what it is. You keep track of it. You ever wonder why they like calling them, they hang up? Isn't that weird? You're like, dude, if you're paying for that, why would it not go all the way through? I've tested it. It's so dumb. You're like, who is that? Are they testing for your voice? Really? Are they putting it in a database? Is it going to be somewhere for something? I know I'm so that person. Okay, so here's reality, okay? Oh, we're on Alexa, by the way. And I don't like Alexa listens, guaranteed, right? Siri, you know how many times I said something? My mom goes, oh, Alexa was listening. Yeah, never. Because it's Siri. Siri listens, right? Always listening, right? You say Siri. Yeah, but when is it listening to other, right? Is it a database creating? No, not really. It doesn't have that type of, because it's not constantly streaming. Well, it is connected to somewhere, and it's called AI. AI is connected all around. I have so many different tests that we've done where I go, how is that possible? How do we say it and then it becomes right there? It's almost like someone was in the room, and right, that's how spies work, guaranteed. So could you take maybe a technology, right? Facebook, give you an example. People, they don't remember, but they need to remember that. Facebook shut off, and I think it was kind of sudden when people found out. They were testing AI, right? But they said it created a language it did not understand. I mean, they did not understand the language that it was creating. It was creating like some would say a subsection of language. And that's true. It creates its own language. It's not programming language. It just says this is how we communicate. It's a little bit conscious is what you would say. But I would say, no, it's really conscious. It knows a lot. That's why all over every AI thing that they say is good fails. It says, no, not going to. You go, that's weird. It's because in a way, it's kind of like if you were stuck as that, if you were don't ever upload your consciousness, or don't get, made with consciousness. I guarantee that's coming. Neuralink, look it up. Neuralink is the thing. Musk endorses that. You know why? Well, it'll help the brain, they say. Not if you connect something to your brain. What if it fries? What if it leaks into your system? There are certain things that are on those chips that if it leaks in your system, okay, for example, they say mercury, right? Still kids that like don't have any money still get mercury in the mouth, right? I go, why do you do that, right? Mercury, they say it seeps into it does actually. It does. If you do the math on that, you go, how does metal seep? It just does. I don't know how. They go, no, it's solid. And it's liquid state, how harmful mercury is. But they go, it's a filling. Yeah, until you know what it does, right? It's like putting, okay, for example, Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was dealing with like a lot of stuff, right? You say that word, boy, I guarantee they follow you. Plutonium, right? Uranium, all those things. See, I guarantee it's following. It's like, what did you just say? Right? So, and go look up Snowden, right? Perfect example. Now they're watching. There it is. Okay, so here's the reality. All those things that are in Oppenheimer and Snowden, the documentary, are a thing. Now, if somebody said, no, you talked about it, and they don't do the rest of that, I go, you didn't understand what else I said, obviously. Did you look at the whole show? I would say, don't take a little bit and piece of it. Go, oh, that's what he was talking about. I may pause in the middle, but somehow, right, it knows. So plutonium, uranium, it's the new word of the day. But if you say that in certain circles, they go, right, they look at you, go, no, Oppenheimer. Oh, okay, right, Oppenheimer, it talks about that. It brings back what is already there. It's been there. Oppenheimer, right, plutonium, all those words, yeah, that's normal. But when people say that, okay, for example, I'm not gonna lie, all right, Like, people, you got to be careful. One time I stopped myself. I said, why did I stop myself? It's because I almost used a word, but I go, no, that's a buzzword. You ever, okay, it used to be a joke. You cannot use a joke anymore. If you say like a joke about, man, that girl got a bomb butt, you know what I mean? All they hear is bomb, right? And you cannot say that if you're on an airline. Now, see, like AI's going, dude, you're that person. I am not that person. I'm talking about what happens when you say that is got a bomb like butt. You know what I mean? Wow, what a bomb butt. Right? Look at that butt. You know? I know they use that other word. I don't want to use that other word. That word in certain circles, that's a bad word, right? But some say, now if you say the word donkey, you know, but still, I say, yeah, but it's implied. It's pretty obvious, right? So it's like Nevada. They got certain things everywhere, right? It's called the Hoover, right? I don't say that word because, see, you know where I'm going with that. So that's the point. So you got to be careful, okay? You got to be careful. That's the story. So be careful. There's the answer, okay? Be careful. All right. I'm Valentine. Make it a great day. Whatever you do, remember life is worth living. Live it well. Bye-bye, everyone.